Bloomington, Indianapolis, and at greenschultz.com.
Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Pregame. Here's the voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher.
From Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the NBA Indiana Pacers in downtown Indianapolis, this is Indiana University basketball. This afternoon, the Hoosiers play their second and final exhibition game before the start of the 2025-26 college basketball season, meeting the Baylor University Bears from Waco, Texas. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Fisher, along with color analyst Eric Sewer and broadcast host John Herrick. Well, Indiana and Baylor have met just once in the history of these two schools, and that was back in December of 1980, with IU topping Baylor in the annual Indiana Classic Championship game 83-47 in Bloomington. That Hoosier team went on to win the 1981 National Championship, the second of three national titles coached by Bob Knight. Today's matchup features two brand new rosters of players, IU led by first-year head coach Darren DeVries, and Baylor by veteran head man Scott Drew, is a native of Hoosier, of the Hoosier State. His father, Homer, coached the Valparaiso for 22 years and put the Crusaders on the map in 1998, along with his son Bryce, who led them to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. Bryce is now the successful head coach at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, and the Drew brothers played each other 2 weeks ago in Baylor's first exhibition game, with the Bears escaping with a 79-74 win in Waco. Indiana also won their first exhibition victory, topping Marion 107-46. And Eric Sewer, your first look at this Indiana team was 10 days ago, and I know you had a positive first impression.
Well, I did. I liked the way that Indiana spaced the floor offensively. I thought they played extremely hard defensively. Unselfish basketball. They shot the lights out in that first exhibition game. It's what you hoped to see, you know, with Coach DeVries and his new staff coming in. I think Hoosier fans were able to see the type of basketball that they were hoping to see. Now, it is against Marion. You're going to have a much tougher test against the Baylor team that's got some, you know, big-time talent on their roster. So I think today will be a nice gauge for Indiana offensively to see if they can do the types of things that we saw against Marion, against a much more talented Baylor basketball team.
Without doubt, that Marion ball game showcased Indiana's style of play, the way that Darren DeVries wants to play. He wants to get the ball up the floor, get a good shot in the first 10 to 12 seconds if he can get it. If not, then they'll set up in a half-court offense, and I'll tell you what, in that Marion ball game, they did it to perfection, I thought.
Yeah, it's a balancing act, it really is. I mean, coaches want to play fast. Coach DeVries wants to play fast. You know, how do you play fast as a team without taking bad shots? And I thought Indiana did a really nice job of balancing the two. Wanting to play fast, taking early shots, but making sure that you're just not chucking up contested threes early in the possession. Bad threes early in a possession will get you beat against really good competition. And I thought Indiana did a really nice job in that Marion ball game, you know, balancing the two, taking good shots early in the shot clock, but if they don't have a good shot, running your stuff, making sure you get a good possession each and every time down the court. And, you know, they put up a ton of points, shot the ball really well against a Marion team that was just outmatched from the tip. I hope to see that type of patience, but then also the ability to play fast and get good shots early in the shot clock. It's really fun basketball to watch, Don. I mean, it's going to be completely different than what Indiana fans have seen the last 10 years. Coach DeVries has got these guys spaced out. He's got skilled players on the perimeter. It's an unselfish crew. At least it looks very unselfish. 5 guys on the court that can shoot, dribble, and pass. It's exciting basketball to watch.
The other thing defensively, Indiana didn't let Marion breathe in that ball game. The defensive pressure that they put on was really impressive, and to me, that's as big a story as the offensive side of the basketball, because defense, you can always win with defense. You have to have offense to do it, of course, but if you're in a tight ball game, you want that defense to be able to turn the ball over, get other extra possessions.
I agree, and that's the one question mark that I still have here moving forward. Indiana shot the lights out in that first matchup against Marion. But we've watched basketball long enough, Don. You're not going to shoot the lights out every single night.
Right.
Especially as the defenses get better, you start getting into Big Ten play. These teams are going to take away your first and second option, and you're going to have to grind out some victories. And the way you grind out victories in Big Ten play, Don, is with defense and rebounding. And I think that's going to be the question mark I still have here is, can Indiana play the type of defense they need to play? And can they be physical enough rebounding the basketball to compete at a high level in Big Ten play and work their way up into the top 25 standings and hopefully contend for a Big Ten championship? I agree with you. They looked great against Marion. They pressured the basketball. They denied the wing. They rebounded the ball well. But you and I both know that Marion is not the type of team they're going to be playing from this point moving forward. There will be some games that are just like Marion, but to be the type of team Indiana wants to be, they have to be consistent rebounding the basketball, consistent pressuring the basketball, denying the wing, playing great help side defense. They looked good in that first matchup, but that's the question that I still have. Can Indiana defend and rebound like they need to be the type of team we're all hoping that they'll be?
Yeah, you look at the stats in that first game, first exhibition game. Indiana had 51 rebounds to 27 for Marion. Indiana had 27 assists in the ball game. I think 12 maybe for Marion, something like that. When you look at the statistics, Indiana absolutely dominated in every category, which you would expect them to do against a team that is not as talented. Today, that's a different story because I don't know anybody on the roster for the Baylor Bears. All I can tell you is they are always tall, lanky, long, athletic, and fast, and they love to play fast. So this could be a real up and down the court game.
I agree. The athletes are going to be much more impressive today than we saw in that first matchup. You know, they lost VJ Edgecombe, who I don't know if you've noticed, the number 3 pick in the NBA draft, just put up 32 in his first game as a pro. So they've got a huge void to fill. I think Coach Scott Drew is hoping that it's going to be Tunde Yesufu, the 5-star All-American guard at 6'5". They're hoping that he can replace some of that offensive production. But Baylor's got 15 new faces. They lost all 5 starters from last year's team. So both of these teams in today's matchup are going through the exact same stuff. They're trying to figure out, who are we as a basketball program? What's this team going to look like this season? For Indiana, we saw, they looked good against Marion. Baylor did not look good in their first exhibition game. They've got almost 2 weeks here to kind of correct some of the mistakes they made in that first matchup against Grand Canyon. I expect to see a well-coached, very motivated Baylor basketball team here this afternoon. I think Indiana has got to be ready to play, otherwise they will have their hands full with a very athletic and talented Baylor basketball program.
Well, it's not going to be a big crowd here today at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. In fact, right now, I'm looking around the arena and I see maybe 15 to 20 Indiana fans in the building right now, and I'm looking at the concourse up here where there aren't very many people walking around it either. So this is truly an exhibition game, and the opportunity to see these two ball clubs in action here today will not be seen by many. That being said, I know the coaches don't care about that as much as they care about seeing their ball club against a quality opposition. So that's going to be the key in this matchup today. Our pregame show is presented by IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. We started a credit union and created a community. When we come back, John Herrick will present Where Are They Now? Presented by Indiana University. Indiana University solving tomorrow's problems today through breakthrough research, top-ranked programs, and leadership on and off the court. See the impact at iu.edu/impact. This is Indiana University basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green and Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green and Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green and Schultz Trial Lawyers. Attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs. Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers!
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets, so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
It's time for Where Are They Now, presented by Indiana University. I'm Sean Herrick, and it's the portion of our pregame show where we speak to a former Indiana University basketball player about what they're up to in life now. Our guest today is Landon Turner. He played at Indiana from 1978 to 1982 under head coach Bob Knight. Turner says he now owns 78 acres of land in Madison, Indiana, and finds the outdoors a great place to be.
I've always loved the outdoors. I've always loved trees. I just love God's nature. And I've always wanted my own property. And an opportunity came up for me to purchase some land down there. And so I did that. I'll hunt and fish and that kind of thing. So, and also I use it just to get away from the rigmarole of the big city, you know. There's not a lot of lights down there. You see a million stars. I mean, it's beautiful down there.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. And I know that a lot of people probably know this about you by now, but you were paralyzed in a rollover accident in near Columbus back in 1981. But you have used that experience to found the Landon Turner Enterprises as a motivational speaker. What has that whole experience been like for you, from what it seems like taking a negative and turning it into a positive?
It's a lot better than the alternative. The alternative is giving up and just basically wasting away, wasting your life away. God has given me and everyone a gift of life, and you need to take advantage of that in every way you can in a positive way. I mean, God saved me to be a beacon for Jesus. So when I'm out there, I'm trying to live a positive life so someone can look at me and possibly see Jesus in me. So hopefully the beacon they see in me, it'll help bring them to Jesus.
On your journey as a motivational speaker, when you are out trying to inspire people, have people come up and told you things that have helped inspire you? All the time. I mean, and that's a beautiful thing. When I speak, I always have a Q&A afterwards and everything, and everyone tells me that I have inspired them, and that they'll tell me their story that'll be positive and that'll inspire me. And I think that's what it should be all about. It should be about being positive and loving one another. It shouldn't be about
I'm better than you, or I'm going to be this better than you, or it should be all about coming together, because I think once we bring positivity together, we can accomplish a lot more positive things in this world that can, that will help the world.
Well, you're totally right about that. And, Landon, I know that Bob Knight became a very special person in your life because he helped raise money to pay for your medical bills after the tough accident.
To be honest, I was very surprised at that, because we kind of had a rocky relationship. It's one thing about Coach Knight, when you're his player, he'll back you up 100% if you're right. So when I got into the accident, I basically didn't realize what he was out there doing. He was out there giving speeches and raising money for the Landon Turner Trust Fund, and he raised over $500,000 to help buy wheelchairs and accessibility for my house and things like that. And so, once he did that, it kind of gave me a different idea about, because I always thought he was like an ogre. He was always mean. In my first couple of years, we lost a few games, and we unfortunately saw the bad side of him. But, as I got into my sophomore year and junior year, we started winning more, and then I started seeing a lot more the positive side and the funny side of Coach Knight.
Landon Turner, who played at IU from 1978 to 1982. Landon, thank you so much for sharing your story, man. We really appreciate this.
And appreciate you. Thank you very much, and God bless.
And Turner also scored 23 points along with 7 rebounds in IU's only previous meeting with Baylor that you heard Don talk about. 83-47, the win for Indiana on December 13th, 1980. In our next segment, we'll have the Hoosier Profile Player interview with freshman guard Drew Snively, brought to you by Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers, where injury law is our field and justice is always the goal. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Hey, Hoosier Nation! Indiana University Athletics is teaming up with Grillo's Pickles to bring you, hey, wait a minute, where'd my pickles go?
I'm really sorry, Steve. I couldn't wait. It's fresh from the fridge, and these are a total game changer.
Well, that's Grillo's for you. Too good to last and the perfect courtside snack to fuel your Hoosier pride. Let's go IU!
Grillo's Pickles, the official pickle of Indiana University Athletics. Find us chilling in the refrigerated section.
Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
From tip-off in Bloomington to living rooms across Indiana, we're all part of the Hoosier family. At Smithville, we're not just fans. We're your neighbors, bringing you fast fiber internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security built for the way Hoosiers live. We're proud to be the official telecom partner of IU Athletics, and even prouder to call this community home. Learn more at smithville.com.
Back with you live from beautiful Cambridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis, getting you ready for Indiana's second exhibition contest in this month of October as they face the Baylor Bears in less than an hour. Now, though, it's time for the Hoosier Profile Player Interview. Here's Don Fisher.
Our Hoosier Profile guest today is Drew Snively from Zionsville, Indiana. Drew, you're a freshman walk-on for Indiana University. Obviously, I know you're excited to be here.
Yes, sir. It's good to be back home in the area, 20 minutes from home, so that's fun.
Tell us a little bit about your decisions to come to Indiana after being a really solid player at Zionsville.
Yeah, I had some other opportunities, like some D1 interests, and then other places too. And I just felt like good amount of my family's gone to IU, and I think just being in the right spot in Bloomington is just the place to be. So,
what's it been like? Obviously, you're with a really good coach and a really good basketball team.
Coach is awesome. You know, all the guys are awesome. I feel like I'm right there and tight with every guy on the team. So I think the locker room's good. Coach is good. It's all been great so far.
As a walk-on, you guys are usually the scout team. Did you have a pretty good scout session about this Baylor ball club?
Yeah, I'd say we did. We had a good, solid 5 or 6 guys who, you know, we come in a little early, go over the plays and everything. But this was a good week.
They have a brand new roster like Indiana has, so it's going to be difficult to have much of a scout in these teams early in the season.
Yeah, it looked, some of the film was from older times, so, you know, just like us, just new guys, just trying to figure out what they're good at and what they do.
Tell us a little bit about the experience to be a walk-on here and the guys that have been kind of giving you the ropes, so to speak. You know, you got Ian Stevens and Rayford, Rayford never plays and he doesn't even rest for most games because he's always hurt. But obviously these guys have helped you, I'm sure.
Yeah, I feel like Ian and Rayford have taken me under their wing a little bit. I think they were like 2 of the first guys I've talked to, and I've known Ian not well, but I've known him previous years just from metro area basketball. So they've been awesome.
What's your strength as a player?
I would say shooting. I think I'm like a versatile guard as well. In high school, I could play in the paint a little bit, just dish it out, and then play behind the arc. So,
when you decided to come to Indiana, was there any other school that you seriously considered?
For Indiana, I was in between Illinois State and Ball State, and neither of them worked out, and so I ended up coming here. So.
What are your thoughts about the kind of practices that Darren DeVries coaches? Because they are not as long as a lot of coaches practice, but they are intense, aren't they?
No, they're definitely intense. There's not much downtime, maybe a minute or two in between, like out or 30-minute segments, but we get after it, that's for sure. Yeah.
It's your first opportunity to be a part of a basketball team like this at the college level, but any transition that you've had that's been more difficult than anything else?
I think just the size and physicality, honestly. You're getting in, you're going to crash out or go in there, box out, and there's just 7-footers, 6'10" guys, not 6'6", 6'7", so yeah.
That's a big part of it, but adjusting to that also can be a little bit strange.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest part has just been in the weight room. I've gained about like 15 pounds already, so I think that's helped a lot. So.
Well, strength and conditioning is always a critical factor, there's no doubt about it. You got to get bigger and stronger if you're going to play in Big Ten basketball. Yeah. Just a thought or two about school itself. How's it been?
It's been great. I haven't decided a major yet, but I'm looking into business management or sports marketing, so it'll be fun.
What would you do with a degree in sports management?
I think anything, honestly. I just love being around sports. I think that's the main thing, just anything with sports.
I didn't go to college. But that's always what I wanted to be a part of was sports itself because I played it growing up, and it's a great life, I can tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. That's just where I want to be.
Drew, appreciate your being with us. Talk to you again.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
And that was our Hoosier Profile Player interview with freshman guard Drew Snively, brought to you by Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers. When we return, we'll have the Big Ten and Top 25 Basketball Report, brought to you by Smithville. This is Indiana University Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love Viaggio's complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring a bold, innovative new look, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonBoats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
From tip-off in Bloomington to living rooms across Indiana, we're all part of the Hoosier family. At Smithville, we're not just fans. We're your neighbors, bringing you fast fiber internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security built for the way Hoosiers live. We're proud to be the official telecom partner of IU Athletics, and even prouder to call this community home. Learn more at smithville.com.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
Well, back here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis, Indiana getting ready to play Baylor in a men's college basketball exhibition game. And now it's time for the Big Ten and Top 25 Basketball Report, which is brought to you by Smithville. Smithville's your local choice for internet, voice, TV, and security. Stick with the home team. Visit smithville.com for more information. Smithville, an official sponsor of IU Athletics. Not much to report on from that. All these exhibition games going on. Michigan played St. John's in an exhibition contest Saturday night. It went into overtime, and they won the game over St. John's 96-94. Purdue, of course, played Kentucky in an exhibition game Friday night and lost 78-65. USC faced Grand Canyon Saturday night, and USC won that one 67-61. Minnesota also played their final exhibition game against North Dakota State on Saturday. Minnesota wins that 82-62. Don Fisher returns next with Darren DeVries and the head coach's report, brought to you by the IU Credit Union. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers, at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
From city centers to rural towns, Hoosiers are facing big challenges. Indiana University is right here with you, working together to find new ways forward. Our graduates fuel the workforce and strengthen communities. Our research drives real change in people's lives. We show up, we do the work, and we solve what's next. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. See what's next at iu.edu/impact.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
A fair deal for everyone every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets, so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
Hi, everybody. Don Fisher with the Head Coach's Report. We're sitting with Darren DeVries, and it's brought to you by the IU Credit Union. We started a credit union and created a community. IU Credit Union, a proud partner of Indiana Athletics. Well, Darren, obviously you had a terrific ball game against Marion in the first exhibition ball game, but the talent level wasn't quite there for Marion, and you were able to take advantage of that. But the team played really hard.
Yeah, I was really pleased the first time out. You get in front of fans, sometimes, guys can try some stuff that maybe they haven't been doing in practice. But I really liked our guys' approach throughout that game. I thought we really moved the ball. I thought we played incredibly hard. We played with great pace. So, as you mentioned, that gets turned up a notch today. But, I like where this team is doing on both ends of the floor right now. And we just got to continue to get better. And we got, still a little over a week and a half before our home opener. But, I'm excited about getting this second opportunity. I think this is where you can really learn a lot and give you a chance to make those last couple adjustments before you get started with regular season play.
Obviously, when you get into a situation like this where you're playing a team like Baylor, you don't have a lot of scout on them. They don't have a lot of scout on you because both these teams are brand new roster-wise.
Yeah, we're both going through putting a roster together, learning how to play together. So that there's a lot of similarities from that standpoint, and I'm sure like them, you're not trying to show a lot today either. So you're kind of just relying on a lot of your basics today. You're not doing any of your special quick hitters type stuff in an exhibition game. But it'll be a great game again for us to test our flow offensively, test our principles defensively. Certainly going to have to make some adjustments to the speed and athleticism, and replicating that. And as you move forward, that's something that the guys adjust to and we'll get better and better at. But that's why I think this is a great game for us, again, in front of people, too. So that's a good plus as well.
Darren, in that first exhibition ball game, your team got down the floor so quickly after a basket was made by the other team or got a rebound. You were getting off exactly where you talked about in your opening press conference to Indiana people about getting up the floor, trying to get a good shot within the first 10, 12 seconds of the shot clock.
Yeah, I thought our guys did a really good job of that. We were in attack mode, pretty much the whole night. we're more than fine with guys shooting, threes in transition. A lot of times as coaches, you draw up all these plays to get guys an open shot. So why would we not take it, early in the clock while it's a broken floor? And, that's a style and a pace that we want to play. And like we said, we do want to take, good ones. But it's certainly something we want our guys to be aggressive with as well.
Were you pleased with virtually everybody that played that night? Because I thought everybody looked good.
Yeah, I thought everybody came in and did a nice job, and the entire roster took advantage of their opportunities and minutes and played the way we wanted to play. I thought they did a great job. Sometimes when the score gets a little out of hand, it's easy to get selfish and guys try to go get their own, and I never felt like our guys did that, so that was a good sign too.
Baylor is a team that always has really good athletes. They're always quick, athletic, getting up and down the floor too. What kind of a team do you think they're going to have this year? Because obviously you haven't seen them play.
Yeah, and we know a lot of their personnel just from having video of the previous places they were at before they transferred, or high school tape or whatever it may be. So, but yes, very typical Baylor team. Very fast, very athletic. They're going to be very aggressive as well, and they want to run. So it'll be a great test for our transition defense as well today, to make sure that, hey, we want to go be aggressive, crash the offensive boards, but we also got to make sure we're doing a good job of getting to our spots to try to slow them down.
Is there anybody in their ball club that you know about that is a real key for them?
Not yet. Yeah, I mean, we know their personnel, but how they're utilizing, what their focus is, like you don't have any tape, so it's one of those games where from a coaching standpoint, it kind of is not ideal because you want to be prepared, you want to do all this stuff, but this isn't one of those games. You can't. There's just nothing there to go off of. But that's also what's really good for us too, and for them and for us, is to be able to come out and now really trust your principles, defensively, offensively, and then obviously when you get into real games, now you can make those scouting report adjustments to what they're doing.
As far as your team is concerned in this matchup today, do you get anybody back from a health standpoint?
Nobody new. Everybody that's been available is still available, so that's a good thing. But we haven't added any of the guys that didn't play in the Marion game. Won't be playing today as well.
As far as the lineup is concerned today, any changes there?
No, we'll stay with the same starting lineup. A lot of the similar rotations. So, and then we'll let the game kind of play out from there on where we take some of the subbing and things like that.
Coach, we appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck in today's game.
Thank you.
Baylor is the opponent today, and we'll be back with a scouting report on the Baylor Bears in just a couple of minutes. Brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. When we come back, this is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep, and you.
Me?
Yes, and all of you. Us? That's right, and we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Nice.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at indianaworkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't.
Welcome back once again to Gainbridge Fieldhouse here in downtown Indianapolis, where the Hoosiers of Indiana play their second exhibition game here today against the Baylor Bears, coached by Scott Drew in his 23rd season with this program. If the name sounds familiar, it should to Hoosiers, because this is a Hoosier native in Scott Drew. He is, of course, the son of Homer Drew, who coached Valparaiso for many years, and, of course, the brother of Bryce Drew, who in 1998, they went to the Sweet 16 to the NCAA tournament with that ball club that was from Valpo, and they did a great job that season, and they almost got into the Elite Eight. Just got beaten that Sweet 16 ball game, and Bryce Drew put up a shot at the end that just did not go down, and it was history at that point. But what a great season that was. But Scott, of course, is the older brother of Bryce, and the coach of this ball club took him to a national championship in 2021. So obviously Baylor has great recruits, great players, and a really good basketball coach. And we had a chance to talk to Scott earlier this week on our scouting report brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. Here's our conversation. Scott, tell us a little bit about your basketball team this year. I know it's a brand new team, just like Indiana's. You had to go out and go through the transfer portal. I know that's a challenge, but at the same time, do you feel good about the way you were able to construct your roster?
Well, like probably most coaches out there, until you lose a game, you love the possibility of your roster and your team. I know in a short period of time with the portal open, you pray that you get the guys that you bring in are actually what you hoped and thought they were. And to this point, we've had a foreign tour. Basically, we went to Germany, represented the United States team in the university games. IU went to Puerto Rico. Both of us had a chance to spend time with their guys, and hopefully they feel like we do, and that is we got high-character guys, good teammates, excited to see what the year can hold for us.
Tell us a little bit about who's taking that leadership role. With a brand new bunch of guys, somebody has to step up.
Well, you know, traditionally, as you move up the ladder and you have 3 or 4 seniors, those are the guys typically that take over. In the portal day, you might have 6 or 7 seniors, and they might all just come in the first time. So I think it's more done by committee than it was in the previous years and how it used to be constructed. So I would think that all our upperclassmen that are in their 4th and 5th year have all contributed. When you leave a program, this is what you liked about the past teams you're on. This is what you want to make better. And I think everybody's been geared on, let's make this the best year they've had so far. And so far, so good.
Have you looked at your ball club from the standpoint of talent and who might be the key guys in that regard?
You know, when we played in Germany, we had our point guard, Obi Ogben from Wyoming, who was preseason newcomer of the year and had a great year for Wyoming. Very efficient three-point shooter. He was the MVP in the Germany experience, and that was the university games in which we represented the United States. We also had Cam Carr, transfer from Tennessee, and then Dan Skillings. Those 3 guys got recognized over there, and Dan was a transfer from Cincinnati. Michael Ratai played for Germany and was all-conference as well over there. So he practiced with us. Then he went over and told Germany everything we're going to do, and then played for Germany, and now he's back with us. But those 4 guys were recognized over there. So Tunde Yasafu, McDonald's All-American Slam Dunk Contest winner, California all-time leading scorer, is somebody that will play a big role for us this year, and somebody that defensively is ahead of the game for most freshmen.
Your starting lineup, nobody is over 6'6", 6'7". How do you deal with the size factor with
with this particular ball club you're coaching this year?
Yeah, so we have a lot of wings. You know, nowadays everybody's a point guard, so we got a lot of point guards. But at the same time, we do have Caden Powell is a 6'10" player from Wyoming, Rice, and now Baylor. So that's one big. We have one Bodo who's been injured. Don't know his timetable to return, but he's 6'11" from High Point. And then we have a freshman from Blair Academy, 6'11", and Milo is somebody that is physically really strong as a freshman. So we do have the capability to play any of those guys that are healthy, and they can contribute. At the same time, we can play small ball and put Ratai at the 5, and I believe he's listed 6'9", but under the hair he might be 6'8".
Coach, what do you look to get out of this exhibition game with Indiana?
Well, first and foremost, hopefully there's a great crowd, and the reason both of us need that is this is a great way, that first game where you're playing a competition in a neutral environment. Most of us play big games in neutral environments in the preseason. Also, it helps get you ready for conference where you're playing quality opponents. So we need a great turnout crowd-wise to help get both of us ready for the season. Hopefully they see a great game, and selfishly, hopefully the Bears win.
And that is Scott Drew, as we talked to him earlier this week about his basketball team and this matchup with Indiana here this afternoon at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Our scouting report, as always, brought to you by Hunter Bloomington Properties. When scouting locations for your next apartment, make sure you check out what Hunter Bloomington Properties has to offer at hunterproperties.com. Hunter Bloomington Properties, because you should love where you live. Eric Sower will join us as we continue to preview today's game, and we'll look at the keys to this contest and the IU Health Injury Report as well. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love Viaggio's complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring a bold, innovative new look, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonBoats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Hey, Hoosier Nation! Indiana University Athletics is teaming up with Grillo's Pickles to bring you, hey, wait a minute, where'd my pickles go?
I'm really sorry, Steve. I couldn't wait. It's fresh from the fridge, and these are a total game changer.
Well, that's Grillo's for you. Too good to last and the perfect courtside snack to fuel your Hoosier pride. Let's go IU!
Grillo's Pickles, the official pickle of Indiana University Athletics. Find us chilling in the refrigerated section.
Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence.
And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
for a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan, too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse here in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana, taking on the Baylor Bears in the second exhibition game of the new season. Of course, it doesn't officially start until next week, but Indiana's playing a Baylor team tonight. There will be a test, and Eric Sewer, as he joins us on the pregame, there's no doubt this Baylor team will provide a much sterner test than what Marion did.
No, there's no doubt about that. This is going to be a talented Baylor roster. It's a brand new roster, 15 brand new players on Coach Drew's team this season. I think the guy you got to watch out for is Tunde Yesufu. He's the 5-star McDonald's All-American, coming off the last exhibition against Grand Canyon. He took 15 shots, scored 21 points for this Baylor offense. So there's not going to be a ton of film to study here for Indiana, but you just got to look at the stats and look at the guy that's taking the shots, and the guy that's got all the hype surrounding him is Yesufu. So there's going to be some stuff you can look at that first exhibition and say, okay, here's how we stop Baylor. But for the most part, you got two teams that are brand new, won't be showing a lot. It's going to be base offense versus base defense. And I think Indiana, if they come out and share the basketball like they did in that first exhibition against Marion, if they come out and play pressure defense and deny the wing and have the type of effort we saw in that first exhibition against Marion, then Indiana will put themselves in a really good position to win this ballgame.
Darren DeVries, I think, coaches what they call a pack line defense, but it's his version of the pack line and not necessarily what other coaches have done with it. Archie Miller tried the pack line defense in Indiana for 4 years. It didn't seem to work, but when you watch these guys play defense in the way that Darren DeVries coaches this pack line, it's pretty impressive.
It's really fun to watch when it's working. Step one is to heat up the basketball, Don. You've got to put ball pressure on whoever's got the ball for Baylor. You got to make them feel uncomfortable. Step two is to take away driving lanes and make sure that you don't get beat with dribble penetration. And that is the real key to any defense, but especially the pack line defense, Don. If you're going to put pressure on the basketball, one of the risks is a ball handler that's talented, that can get past that first line of defense. And you've got to be there when you're one pass away. You've got to be there to limit that dribble penetration. And I just thought Indiana did a spectacular job of that in that first matchup against Marion. Not a lot of drives to the basket, if you think about it. Marion did not get much at all inside the paint. And that's going to be the key here this afternoon. I think Baylor is going to be much more talented than Marion. The defensive job is going to be a much bigger one for Indiana, but the principles remain the same. You want to heat up the basketball while trying to take away dribble penetration. And I'm interested and excited to see what Indiana has to offer here defensively today. Because I mentioned earlier, as we first got going, that's the one question mark I think I have still of this Indiana team is, defensively, are they strong enough and athletic enough to compete in the Big Ten? And then are they going to be a great rebounding team? I think you ask any college coach in the country, what's really important in today's game or this season? Rebounding is always at the top of the list when it comes to coaching. And for Indiana, with this roster, that's one thing that I think we've yet to see or feel confident moving forward is, can Indiana rebound at a high level moving forward? And although Baylor's not a big team, it's a long athletic team. And I think the test will be a good one here today for Indiana this afternoon, trying to rebound the basketball and play defense at a high level.
I thought the one other aspect of the Marion ball game that was really positive was the fact that Indiana had, I think, only 10 turnovers in that ball game. Well, today that issue will be probably turned up a little bit by Baylor because their defensive play is going to be much stronger than what we saw against Marion.
Yeah, it is going to be tougher. There's a lot of people right now saying, oh, it's Marion, you can't take anything from that. In the last few years, we have not looked good in the exhibition.
You're right.
Or in some of the games that we, quote, should win handily. So I was just excited to see that we took care of business and looked really good at both ends. And so, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here and say, oh, we're going to win the national championship. But at the same time, we look pretty good. So I think those same principles have got to carry over here today. This will be an exhibition game against a much better team, but it is still an exhibition game. I don't think you can get too excited or too down on yourself no matter what we see here this afternoon. I'm just happy to see that, in that first matchup, we had a team that shared the ball well, took care of the basketball, played fast, spaced the court, and shot the ball extremely well against Marion. And my hope here this afternoon is all of those trends continue on against a good Baylor basketball team.
One of the things that Indiana does seem to have a bit more of this year than we've seen in the past maybe 8 years, the number of guys who can shoot the three on this basketball team.
I agree. I think DeVries has looked spectacular. Wilkerson didn't have his best game, Don, but we have seen him look spectacular at times. Connor Enright's a guy that won't shoot a lot of shots, but if he's open, he can knock it down. Connerway, I think, is a guy that can knock down open shots. Sisley came off the bench, the young freshman, and knocked down a ton of shots. I could go on and on and on. And the really nice thing is, it's not one or two guys, which is really tough to win consistently if you only got one or two guys that can put the ball in the basket. It looks like this Indiana ball club has got multiple guys that can shoot the three, and that's going to be really good because it's not going to be your night every single night. If you've got some teammates that can step up for you when you're having an off night, it'll help your team win. And it looks like, at least from the roster perspective and what we've seen in that first matchup against Marion, Indiana's got some guys that can really shoot the three.
Well, it looks like Indiana's got the tools to be what we hope this team can be, and we'll see today whether Indiana or not has got those tools in the right shape, form, and fashion, so to speak, to play in the Big Ten. And I think we're going to get a test today that will tell us that. As we get ready for this matchup, our injury report is brought to you. Our injury report is brought to you by Indiana University Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider for IU Athletics. For access to the state's most highly skilled physicians, visit iuhealth.org/Bloomington Ortho. In that vein, Indiana does have 4 players not dressed for this ball game today. Josh Harris, Alice Riestick, Jason Drake, and there's one other, and I'm spacing on it. Who is it? Where are you at? I can't. Nick Dorn. So those 4 guys are not dressed for this ball game. Again, nursing injuries, hopefully not serious. Eddie, what's the key to this ball game today in your mind?
Now, physicality. I think this is Indiana's, aside from Marion, the second exhibition, but the first real test against some pretty big-time athletes. Physicality, defense, and rebounding, I think, is going to be the key here to this exhibition game.
All right, our pre-games are brought to you by the IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics. We started a credit union and created a community. When we come back, starting lineups, the opening tip brought to you by Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers. Back in a moment, this is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Odds are, while you may be an expert baker,
Thanks, Grandma.
or hip shaker, you likely don't spend time thinking about advanced medical treatments or research. So IU Health is here with the expert healthcare 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Because whether you're an expert DIYer or expert high fiber, trust the experts more Hoosiers do. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds. IUhealth.org.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep, and you.
Me?
Yes, and all of you. Us? That's right, and we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Nice.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
From tip-off in Bloomington to living rooms across Indiana, we're all part of the Hoosier family. At Smithville, we're not just fans. We're your neighbors, bringing you fast fiber internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security built for the way Hoosiers live. We're proud to be the official telecom partner of IU Athletics, and even prouder to call this community home. Learn more at smithville.com.
On the CareSource Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Coors Light. Coors Light. Choose chill. Official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. And by Smithville delivers fast fiber internet, voice, and smart security with Hometown Hustle. Learn more at smithville.com. The tip is moments away. From the Smithville Broadcast Center, here's the voice of the Hoosiers, Don Fisher.
And before we go further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University basketball. The goal. Today, the Baylor Bears start this way. Obi Agban, 6'3", 176 senior out of Aurora, Colorado, transfer from Wyoming. Tunde Yesufu, he's 6'5", 215, a true freshman from Cotonou, Benin, Africa. And this young man is one of the best players out of California this past year. Dan Skillings, a junior, 6'6". Skillings is a 6'6", 205-pound senior, I should say, from Blackwood, New Jersey. Transfer from Cincinnati. Cameron Carr, 6'5", Richard sophomore from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, a transfer from Tennessee. And Michael Rugtai, 6'7", 230, a senior out of Augsburg, Germany, a transfer from Oregon State. Indiana will go as they did in their first exhibition. Peyton Connerway, a 6'3" senior from Burleson, Texas. Connor Enright, a 6'1" senior from Mundelein, Illinois. Reed Bailey, a 6'10" senior from Harvard, Massachusetts. Tucker DeVries, 6'7", a redshirt senior from Waukee, Iowa. And Lamar Wilkerson, a 6'6" senior from Ashdown, Arkansas, are the starting five for Indiana. The officials for today's game, they are Jeffrey Anderson, DJ Karstensen, and Tyler Kump, who is a new face. Here we go. Tyler Kump will toss the ball in the air. Tip is controlled by Baylor. And the Bears with it. Agbin with it. Brings it across the timeline. Gives it over to Skillings. Skillings flips it over to Yesufu, and they get it back outside. This is Skillings once again with it. And now he flips it around. They're going around the perimeter right now. Agbin had it. Then it's Skillings. Now back outside once again. This is Yesufu, who drives in, throws up a runner off the glass. No. Rebound taken away by Indiana. Down the floor, Peyton Connerway. Brings it across the timeline. Peyton with it to the left side, then throws it left. It gives it in the hands of Reed Bailey. Bailey on the dribble, drives it to the baseline, cut off. Being banged out there a little bit, officials letting them play at this point. Connerway with a three on the way. He missed it with an air ball. And the rebound pulled out of there by Carr. Carr down the floor, finds Agbin, who lets fly a three. He missed it, and Connor Enright's got the rebound. Forces it up the court in a hurry. Gives to Lamar Wilkerson. Wilkerson looked, then drives into the lane. Fakes, pulls up, throws it up, missed it, got it, whoop, batted out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Baylor.
Quick offense there from Wilkerson. Just a great straight line drive to the basket. used his little shot fake, got the defender up in the air. A perfect move, just did not finish. And that's going to be a key here for Indiana, especially when you're trying to drive to the basket. Can you finish over the athleticism of Baylor?
Agnew gives it off to Skillings. Skillings gets it out to Carr, then Carr over to Agnew once again. Agnew on the dribble out near midcourt. Guarded by Connerway. Throws it right side to Skillings for a three try. It's off the front of the rim. No. Rebound taken out of there by Yesufu. He puts it up, missed it, but draws the foul. So Tunde Yesufu will go to the free throw line. Wilkerson called for the personal. That'll be his first of the ball game. The one thing about Yesufu, he doesn't look like he's a freshman.
No, he
physically.
Does not. Yeah, it had the block out, but Yesufu just too strong. Just pushed Wilkerson right underneath the basket.
Big physical-looking kid, and Yesufu's got his first point and the first for Baylor, and they take the early lead. Last year, or I should say in the first exhibition game, he knocked down 4 of 4 at the free throw line, so he's hit both of these to start this ball game, and it's a 2-0 Baylor lead. Connerway will bring it up for IU, gives it outside to Tucker DeVries. DeVries throws it in, top of the key to Bailey. Bailey, inside, nice feed down low, but it's batted out of bounds by Baylor. And the ball will belong to Indiana underneath their own basket.
I'm telling you, that lane is wide open for Indiana. And I love what Coach DeVries is doing with Reed Bailey, the 6'10" center. He's bringing him out away from the basket, spacing the court.
Lobs it into Bailey, and he slams it home. Beautiful pass and a perfect alley-oop play. And Bailey gives Indiana its first 2 to tie it at 2-0. Now, back the other way, down the floor, Agnew. Throws it back outside to Carr. He finds Skillings with it. He circles to the right. They weave it back to the left with Yesufu, and he lost the handle. Ball, whistle blows, and a foul is called, and they nail Connor Enright with it. That's his first.
Yeah, Connor's flying all over the place here defensively. We saw that a ton in the first exhibition against Marion. He was great on the ball. He's trying to disrupt the Baylor offense here by just being a pest defensively. I didn't love the call there, but he's in the mix.
The pass comes in to Agbem, and Obi Agbem on the dribble to the right side, guarded by Connerway, throws it down in the corner. Skillings now on a drive. Back out it comes to Agbem. Looks to get a screen, can't do it, and they lost the ball out of bounds. It's going to belong to Baylor. I guess it was touched last by a Hoosier, a deflection there. But down to 7 on the shot clock. Inbound's going to be made by Cameron Carr. Slaps it one time, flies it into Agbem. Agbem drives to the left side, then down low, goes baseline, throws it up, and lays it in. Nice play. Agbem with his first 2 points. And Indiana back in the attack now, down 4-2. Connerway with it, slides it right, stops his dribble, bounces it out to Tucker DeVries. DeVries dribbles to the top of the key, gives it to Connor Enright. He whips it back right side to Bailey, then back to Connor on a give and go. The ball's batted out of bounds as it's kicked by Baylor, and Indiana will have it with the new 20 on the shot clock. And Trent Sisley's going to immediately enter this ball game, and Connerway will sit down.
Yeah, Schilling Jr. has been locked in on Tucker DeVries. Indiana's got to find a way to get DeVries open here, trying some kind of fake ball screens, a little pop to the wing, but right now Baylor's staying consistent guarding.
Enright having trouble, finally finds Lamar Wilkerson with a pass. Wilkerson baseline drive inside, puts it up, and draws a foul. So Lamar Wilkerson takes it to the hole, gets fouled on the play. He'll go to the free throw line for a couple. And a personal. Ratai is called for the personal foul, his first. And so Wilkerson to the stripe, 6'6". Sam Houston State last year, played against Indiana for Sam Houston State a season ago. Picks up his first point of this ball game. He was 3 of 8. Not a great shooting night for Lamar, who is a great shooter.
He can score in bunches, though. When he gets hot, watch out.
Second one goes down, so he's hit his first 2, and we're tied up at 4-all. 17:20 on the clock here in the early going at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Across the timeline, here is Agbem, gets it to Yesufu. Yesufu drives it and lost the handle, picked up in there by Agbem. Agbem dribbles it back out front, in right on him. Agbem dumps it off. It goes in the hands of Rotai, who fires up a 3. He missed it. Rebound tipped in the hands of Tucker DeVries, and Indiana brings it down the floor. DeVries goes to Connor Enright. He drives down inside the lane, throws it up, blocked away, and it's picked up by Skillings. Skillings pitches it the other way to Carr. Carr on the left perimeter. He gives it outside to Ratai. He drives down low, then it's kicked and touched out of bounds. A nice deflection by Bailey. And so Indiana, back on defense, does a job there, but it will be Baylor's basketball.
And team defense there. It was Bailey that got beat on the drive, and DeVries slid over to stop the dribble penetration, and then Bailey recovered to DeVries' guy. It's just great team defense there to limit that look.
Agnew gets the basketball, drives it toward the free throw lane, then pulls up from 17 and misses the shot. The rebound tipped away, but Yesufu comes up with it. Now it's tipped again, but this time it's Skillings, and now Carr has it. Carr dumps it off to Ratai. He tries to work against Reed Bailey. Ratai holds on, throws it back outside. Good defense by Indiana. Down to 5 of the shot clock, but a drive and a lay-in, and it's a good one by Skillings for his first 2. And a whistle blows. And what do we got?
Delay of game on Skillings there, who tried to steal the inbounds pass after the made basket, but he was still out of bounds. He's taking it out of Tucker DeVries' hands. But that's one thing you got to limit there if you're Indiana defensively. Tucker got beat on a little crossover right down the middle of the lane. That dribble penetration right down the middle of the lane will absolutely kill your defense. That was a really nice move by Skillings.
Bailey goes out of the ball game, and Sam Alexis comes in. Indiana with Lamar Wilkerson with the basketball. Wilkerson between the circles, drives it to the right side, down to the baseline, cut off. And now brings it back, trying to work his way in low, fires a fadeaway and knocks it down, and he's fouled. And he hurt his ankle. Lamar Wilkerson running down the floor, trying to walk it off. But he is limping out there. He knocks down the shot. He will go to the free throw line. I think he's a little bit of pain out there. He's got his 4th point, and he'll have a free throw coming when we return, but Wilkerson's still limping out there, and he finally sits down. But Indiana right now is on top, well, is tied, I guess I should say, the ball game, but they will be on top if Wilkerson hits the free throw. It's 6-6, 15:55 to go first half. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
IU Credit Union. We believe in community commitment, a long-term relationship, building a strong and trusted partnership.
Appreciation and respect go a very long way.
Fair deal for everyone, every day.
Leave your doubts behind. Grow your mind, time to shine. Make the day whatever you design.
IU Credit Union believes you can chase a dream. We started a credit union and created a community.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Back here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Indiana and Baylor tied at 6-all with 15:55 to go here in the first half. Hoosiers get ready to cheer for free fries at all men's basketball home games. When the opposing team misses both free throws and a single trip to the line, you score a free order of Finney fries. Head to any Finney Hospitality Group restaurant in Bloomington or the Indianapolis area to enjoy fries. Learn more at www.finneyfries.com. Lamar Wilkerson goes to the free throw line. And that free one is good. And Lamar now walking without the limp, so that's a good sign. He'll stay in the ballgame, at least time being wise. 5 points for him. Indiana on top 7-6. Here is Agnew with the basketball. New face in there, Caden Powell, 6'9" senior for Baylor. He dribbles it one time, gives it over to Cameron Carr. Carr drives to the right side baseline, throws up a little runner and got it. And Cameron Carr's got his first two. 8-7. Baylor takes the lead by 1. Dayton Connerway back in the ball game for IU. Across the timeline, throws it outside to Sam Alexis. He gives it right side to Lamar Wilkerson. Gets it into Tucker DeVries, who lays it up and in. Great pass, and Tucker's got his first two.
Great backdoor. You got to do that if you're Tucker. They're going to try to take away your three, play on the high side. You got to get to the basket.
Michael Ratai with the basketball, gives it outside to Powell. Caden Powell, one dribble, gives it up, throws it over to the hands of Ratai. Ratai drives right, and ball stolen away. Connerway comes up with it. Down the floor to Wilkerson. Wilkerson across the key, pulls up at the free throw line, bounces it out to Connerway. He lets go a three. It won't go. Rebound taken out of there by Baylor, and then Sam Alexis, he takes it away. It's tipped into the hands of Tucker DeVries, and he lays it in. And DeVries has got his 4th point. And Indiana now is on top, 11-8. And that gets the Indiana fans that are here excited. And it's not a bad crowd. It's not a great crowd, but it's not a bad one right now, and they're all Indiana fans for the most part. Here's Carr with a dribble, top of the key. Cut off by Sisley. Throws up a three and knocks it in. Nope, he stepped on the line, so it's a 2. But nevertheless, a nice shot there by Cameron Carr. He's got his 4th point of the game. 11-10, Indiana by a point. Connerway with the basketball. Slides to the left side, down to the wing. Pulls it back out front. Connerway trying to work, lost the handle, got it back. Now dumps it out to Tucker DeVries, who gets it down low to Sam Alexis. Alexis works on Powell inside, backs him down into the lane. The whistle blows. We got a pushing foul called on Powell. That'll be his first.
Oh, thank goodness. That was not looking like a good possession there. Baylor took Indiana out of what they were trying to do, trying to get a double ball screen at the top of the key, but just did a great job fighting over the top, taking away the look, and you're forced to throw the ball down to the low block to Alexis. I think there's 4 seconds on the shot clock there, Don, and Indiana had nothing going. That foul bailed the Hoosiers out. They're going to have 20 with out of bounds underneath.
Couple of changes for Baylor on the floor. We'll get it for you in a moment. Here's the inbound. It comes from Connerway. Looking. Gets it finally into Enright. Enright brings it back out front. He clears it over. It's a Sisley. Then right back to Enright and lost the ball out of bounds. Took a high bounce there that time, and I don't know if it hit somebody's foot or whatever the case. It is out of bounds to Baylor. Coors Light, Mount Cold Refreshment. Choose chill. Official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Baylor brings it back down the court now. And with the basketball on a drive is Isaac Williams. He throws it up and he nails it. He went right to the hole that time. Nobody cut him off. 12-11, Indiana down 1. Connerway with the basketball. Over to Tucker DeVries, who slides right, dumps it to Sam Alexis, top of the lane, tries to work, gives it back to Tucker. DeVries fires up a three, off the mark, no. Rebound tipped into the hands of Cameron Carr. Carr down the floor quickly, dumps it into Caden Powell. Powell works against Alexis into the lane, puts it up with the left hand and scores.
Well, Baylor's the team right now playing faster, a little bit more aggressive, going straight line drives right at the basket. They're putting it to Indiana's defense right now.
Tucker DeVries with the basketball. Slides it to the lane. Down low he goes. It's tipped out of that bounds. It'll belong to Indiana. It was touched last by a Baylor Bear. And back comes Reed Bailey into the game. Sam Alexis will sit down. And Lamar Wilkerson's going to check in as well.
You got to have Wilkerson's offensive production here. He's been the one guy early in this game that's been able to kind of make offense for himself against this one-on-one defense. And that's exactly what Indiana has seen. It's just ball pressure. Can your offensive guy beat Baylor's defensive guy? And Indiana's inability to get to the basket, at least the last several minutes here, has put the Hoosiers in a small little hole here. And Baylor's got the momentum here. They've gone on a run.
14-11, Baylor leads, but Indiana ball. Tatum Connerway will inbound. Josiah Miles in for Indiana. So is Reed Bailey back in there. Here's the lob out to Connor Enright. He flips it top of the key to Bailey. Bailey hands it off to Wilkerson. Lamar drives into the lane and got fouled from behind. So Wilkerson taking it aggressively to the hole.
He's been good early here. And to Baylor's credit, I mean, they have very limited tape on Indiana, but they are taking away the three for DeVries. They're chasing over the top on Wilkerson. You know, the scouting report, you make that many threes in the first exhibition game, Baylor's no dummy. They're going to try to take away what you're doing. And Wilkerson's been able to get to the basket.
Free throw by Lamar is good. And Wilkerson now with his 6th point of the ball game. Perfect at the line so far, 4 for 4. and trying to pull Indiana within one if he can knock down the second shot. Got a change out there. I'll get him for you in a moment. J.J. White's coming to the ball game for Baylor. Second shot's also good by Lamar Wilkerson. He's got 7 points, and Indiana's within one at 14-13. 12:43 left in the first half. Ball in the hands of Skillings. I take that back. It's Williams. Now he gets it to Yusufu, who drives it inside for Powell, and Powell slams it home. Really nice play that time at an alley-oop, and Baylor back on top by 3 at 16-13. Powell already has dropped in 2 big shots for Baylor. Bailey gives it outside to Wilkerson. Wilkerson drives to the baseline, cut off, throws it outside to Enright. Now off to Connerway. Connerway fakes the 3, then drives inside, throws up the rudder, won't go. Rebound pulled out of there by Desai, puts it up, blocked away. Again a scramble, and a foul is going to be called against Indiana. And Josiah Miles, I believe, has the nail for his first.
You're going to have an opportunity if you're Indiana once you get inside that paint to finish. When you watch this Baylor defense, they are sticking to three-point shooters. On dribble penetration, there's not a lot of passes to be made right now. Indiana, the challenge offensively is, can you score against one-on-one defense?
With the basketball, White drives down low against Connerway, and there's going to be a foul called on Tatum. And that will be his first of the game. So Indiana's starting to reach a little bit, too. And that's not good. But timeout on the floor, 11:53 here in the first half. Baylor on top of Indiana 16-13. And we're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
It's game time, Indiana. Whether you're streaming the big game, running your business, or keeping your home secure, Smithville keeps you connected. With blazing fast internet, crystal clear voice, and smart security, Smithville is your hometown MVP. Proud to power Hoosier Nation as the official telecom partner of IU Athletics. Stick with the home team, Smithville. Learn more at smithville.com.
Welcome back to Gabert's Fieldhouse here in Indianapolis, Indiana right now, trailing Baylor 16-13 in the second exhibition game. 11:53 on the clock here in this first half of play. Hoosier fans, visit IUbench.com now and register for your chance to join your Hoosier men's basketball team for a unique on-court experience, including your own candy striped pants at the Michigan State game March 1st. It's brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Right now, I think defensively, Indiana is doing okay, Don. It's not been a great last few minutes, and partly because of Baylor's ability offensively is to get to the basket. We've seen a lot of straight line drives, finishes around the rim, and that's been the difference here, at least early in this first half, is Baylor's having a little bit more success finishing around the basketball. Indiana has struggled getting to the basket and then finishing. Now, Wilkerson's done a really nice job getting to the free throw line. He's got 7 of Indiana's first 13 points. But Baylor's got all the momentum here in the first 8 minutes. And it's a lot due because of the fact that they've been able to get past that first defender that's pressuring the ball, and they've been able to finish around the rim.
Isaac Williams will go to the free throw line for Baylor, puts up the free toss, knocks it in. He's got his 3rd point of the ball game. Indiana now down 4, the largest lead for Baylor so far. Second shot, also good. And Isaac Williams with his 4th point of the game. Indiana down 18-13. Here's almost a steal by Baylor. Almost a lost ball, but they pick it up, and they go inside to Yasafu, who lays it up and in. And Yasafu has his first field goal, his 4th point, and back down the floor, Indiana in a hurry. Wilkerson fires up a 3 that misses, and a fight for the rebound, and it's taken out of there by Powell. Now, back up the floor, Ratai back in the ball game, or take that car back in the game. He drives in, throws up a runner, and it goes down, and Indiana's getting cooked right now. Cameron Carr gets his 6th point of the ball game, and the Hoosiers right now struggling to get anything going offensively at this point.
I would agree with you. They're getting cooked right now. 8-0 run here for Baylor over the last minute and some change, and it's been easy baskets, just early offense. Baylor's doing right now offensively what Indiana hopes to do, which is get down the court in a hurry, set a ball screen, get right deep into the lane, and make something happen. It's been easy basket after easy basket here the last few possessions for Baylor, and I love the timeout by Coach DeVries. You got to get this team, Indiana that is, playing the type of defense that Indiana game plan for. It's been way too easy right now for Baylor.
Looking to buy, sell, or build a home but don't know where to start? Call the trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Indiana Athletics. So Indiana down 22-13. Suddenly, Baylor has had nothing but a terrific run here. Tucker DeVries back in the ball game. Bailey's in there. Connor Enright, Peyton Connerway, and Lamar Wilkerson. That's the original starting 5. Back down the floor. Enright throws it over to Connerway. He gets it to Bailey, top of the lane. Turns around, clears it over to Lamar for a 3. And he rattles it no good. Tipped again. Saved in there by Bailey, throwing back out to Connor, back out to Lamar. He puts on a 16-footer, and it's off the mark, no. Back the other way comes Baylor. On the attack, this is Carr. Cameron Carr in the right wing, throws it outside to Powell. Powell on the dribble, gives it back up. Now he's got Skillings back in the game. He drives, he throws it away. Picked off by Connerway. Down the floor, into the hands of DeVries. Now to Connor Enright, to Tucker DeVries. Can't get the 3 off. Then he'll give it back out to Wilkerson. Wilkerson back out to Tucker. DeVries trying to work against Yasafu. And here's a pass off to Wilkerson, who lays it in. Nice play there by Indiana. 9 points now for Lamar. Indiana back in it, down 7, 22-15. Back in the attack, this is Williams. Isaac Williams on the dribble. Feeds it over to Yasafu. Yasafu gives it outside to Carr. Carr tries to work, drives right past the screen, throws up a 17-footer that misses, got his own rebound. Back up he goes, throws it in, and a foul. And I think Enright got nailed on it. If so, his second. Connor Enright with his second personal foul. I'll tell you what, Baylor is just what we thought.
Oh, yeah, athletic, long. As we mentioned in the pregame, not a lot of true centers, but just pretty much 1 through 5. I think during the starting lineup, all 5 guys were called guards. Just 5 guards to start, but they all look the same. 6'5" to 6'7", long, athletic. They space the floor. They try to get to the paint, and they'll make a play. And Indiana just, if you look at the last, 4 or 5 minutes, just defensively not up to par, and Baylor's had their way.
So Carr back on the free throw line. And throws it up, knocks it down. This team is really playing well right now. Baylor giving Indiana all kinds of a tussle here. Here's the inbound. DeVries finds Bailey back outside. Pass comes to Enright. Connor brings it up the court. Connor, left side pass to Bailey. Bailey works his way down to the baseline. Underneath, can't work with it. Throws it outside to Enright. Now it comes off to Trent Sisley, who's back in the game. Sisley has it almost stolen away, but picked up by DeVries. DeVries now works to the left side. He goes on a give-and-go play inside. It's off the foot of Trent Sisley, out of bounds.
A little pick-and-roll action there. Sisley diving to the basket. That weak side defense is there, and that's one. If Tucker DeVries had to get back, he would take it back 100 times out of 100 there. That's just way too crowded underneath the basket for that bounce pass. An unforced error from Indiana.
Up the floor, this is Agbim with the basketball. Now he gets it to Carr, right back to Agbim. Now outside to Ratai, and again to Agbim. Agnew drives it right. Pete pitches it off to Carr. Throws up a three. Won't go. Rebound taken out of there by Alexis, who just checked in. He gives it over to Enright. Connor drives it inside all the way down low. Puts it up. Scores and a foul. Oh, they're going to call traveling. So they call traveling.
I think he shuffled his feet, right? A good initial head fake. I like what he's thinking. He's a little undersized underneath there, but again, Indiana, once you beat that first guy, can you score over the athleticism of Baylor? That was a great example of it. Indiana having some troubles.
Agnew with the basketball. Throws it over left side into the hands of Carr, then to Skillings. He throws it back outside to Ratai for a three try. He hits it. And Michael Ratai has the team's first three-pointer of this ball game for Baylor, and they jump that lead to 13, 28-15. Here's Tucker DeVries for three, and he hits. So he gets it right back, and that's his first three-point field goal of the ball game, and the first for Indiana. 7 points for Tucker. Agnew with the ball out near midcourt. Slow bounce out front. Now fires it off into the hands of Ratai, who gives it right back to Agnew. Now clears it back to Carr. Carr gives it back to Agnew. They're just kind of working a two-man game here. Ratai gets it. Now we got a whistle. And we have a man step out of bounds.
Yeah, Ratai went out of bounds, cutting on the baseline, and avoided the Indiana defense. Similar to a football game, Don, where the wide receivers are not allowed to run out of bounds on purpose, come back in and be the first to touch the basketball or the football, but that's exactly what happened as Ratai was coming off that down screen. He went out of bounds, was the first to touch the ball.
Skillings out of the ball game. And now in there's J.J. White once again. Across the timeline, this is Caden Connerway, who's also in for IU. Connerway spins into the lane, pulls up, a whistle blows, and we got a foul call. And this is going to go against, looks like J.J. White is first.
Indiana needs more of that. A good move by Connerway, but it's pressure defense that Baylor's playing. You got to have some guys step up and put their head down, get right in the teeth of the defense, and then try to finish around the rim.
And Tate Connerway trying to get the ball inbounded. We got another foul called. This time it's going to go against Agnew. And he picks up the personal, trying to block off Tucker DeVries from getting loose. And I think shoved him with his hands. Inbound comes from Connerway. Payton will look. Now gets it into Tucker in the left corner. Then back outside. Connor starts to dribble after a fake. Now gives it back off to Connerway. Back down low to Tucker DeVries. DeVries tries to back his way in down low. Turns around, fakes, bounces into Alexis. He misses the shot. Blocked shot by Powell. Back the other way comes Baylor. Now a long bomb. A three-pointer is good. And J.J. White has his first three, but the second by Baylor. All of a sudden, the three becoming a factor. 31-18. Indiana down 13 points. Here's Connerway on a drive. He puts it up, and he got it. I'll tell you one thing, they're letting him play down low. And Connerway comes away with his first 2 points. Back the other way comes Baylor on the attack. Agnew bounces it out to Powell. Caden Powell clears it off to White. Then back outside to Cameron Carr. He missed it. Rebound tipped, however, to Agnew. Agnew comes up with it. Then back out to Ratai. Again to White. Now back outside it comes to Carr, and he tries to work with it. That's actually Skillings with it. Now he turns, or Ratai with it, I should say. And now the ball is almost stolen, but Agnew comes up with it again. And now we got a foul. And this personal foul is going to be whistled, I think, on Sisley. So Trent picks up the personal. That will be his first. And we have time out on the floor with 6:49 to go in the half. Baylor leads Indiana by 11, 31-20. Back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Hoosier fans, Harrell Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
Back once again here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Indiana right now is being beaten by Baylor 31-20 with 6:49 to go here in the first half. Don't forget to join Coach Darren DeVries or Terry Moore at 7:05 on most Monday nights throughout the basketball season for Inside IU Basketball, presented by JC Bank and hosted live at Hoosier Hanks East off of College Mall Road in Bloomington. And our first show of the year comes your way on November the 3rd. And that is a Monday night, November the 3rd, for Darren DeVries at Inside IU Basketball.
Well, Baylor's length and athleticism has become an issue here for Indiana. And one of the keys to the game right before we tipped was defense and rebounding. Defense, not great to start. Baylor shooting 60% from the field. And Indiana getting out-rebounded here 13-6 early.
Inbound into the hands of Agbin, who gives it to White, outside to Powell, then to Ratai, who drives it to the right corner, right side of the circle, I should say. Then off to, again, Yesufu is back in the ball game, and now we got a foul call. Or traveling, my apology.
I like this lineup that Indiana's got in right now. You got DeVries, who can shoot it, Wilkerson, who's had a nice start to the offensive game. Sisley in the corner. Some guys that can really shoot it here.
Wilkerson back in there, throws it out to Tucker DeVries. He gives it to Sam Alexis. Alexis on the high post, gives it over to Connerway. Connerway now. Dribbles to the left, drives it down to the wing, spins into the lane, kicks it out to Alexis. Now to DeVries for a three, and he missed it. And the rebound taken out of there by White. J.J. White on the attack, down the floor to Agbin. Agbin back out to White. White on the left perimeter. Worked down by Connerway. Now White, top of the key. Let's go a three. He banks this one, no. And the rebound taken out of there and by Sam Alexis. Down the floor, he finds Wilkerson. Lamar with the basketball. He fires it out to Alexis, who drives on Powell down low. And an offensive foul is called against Sam Alexis. That'll be his first.
Yeah, that's a good defensive play that time by Baylor, and great recognition. You know, Sam Alexis is a skilled player at times, but not the guy I think you want handling the ball out on the perimeter. And he's got some abilities, but that's not his game. Driving all the way to the basket against, a guy that's right in front of him, and that time just buried his shoulder right into the defender's chest. I thought it was a really good call. And kind of a wasted opportunity for Indiana offensively.
Reed Bailey comes in, but Sam Alexis is in there too. Trent Sisley's the guy who sits down. Ball in the hands now of Yesufu, who drives inside, throws up a runner, blocked away by Sam Alexis. Down the floor to Tucker DeVries. He finds Connerway. He pulls up for a three and misses. Rebound taken out of there by Agbin. Down the floor, Agbin with the basketball. Dribbles it out between the circles, then drives it left, throws it back outside. This time White in the game now, throws it back out front. A long bomb by Agbin is no good. The rebound taken out of there, whistle blows, and we got a foul called against Baylor.
Ooh, is that against Yesufu?
I think it may have been.
Maybe not. I couldn't tell, but that time Yesufu really crashed the boards there from the weak side. And okay, it wasn't on Yesufu.
No, it was on Powell.
He got the offensive rebound. I thought maybe they called Yesufu. I didn't see a foul on him, and that's the second time he's crashed from the weak side. I'll tell you what, this five-star McDonald's All-American for Baylor is a big, strong freshman. And as you pointed, he does not look like a freshman at all out there. I thought he got called for the foul, but Indiana's fortunate that Wilkerson's going to go to the free throw line here.
Think about that body playing a high school player last year.
Scored about 1 million points in California.
Free throw by Lamar Wilkerson, who continues to lead Indiana in scoring now. He's got his 10th point, and so many of them coming at the free throw line. I think that's a 6-3 one that he's knocked down in this ball game. And now he's got his 7th. He's got 11 points in total. Indiana has drawn right back within 9, 31-22. Now, Isaac Williams across the timeline, clears it outside to Yesufu, lost the handle, got it back, and now they're going to call Lamar Wilkerson for a bump foul. I know there was contact there, but I don't think that's one of those that you would say you don't really need to call that, but
I agree. But 40 feet away from the basket, I don't think you should be giving the officials any reason to blow their whistle there. And that's one that Wilkerson cannot pick up. It's free points or an opportunity here for Yesufu, when really he wasn't even had an opportunity at the basket. That's just a 40 feet from the basket. Bad foul from Wilkerson.
Yesufu is a very good free throw shooter, too. He's knocked in the only 2 he shot in this game. He was 4 for 4 against Grand Canyon in their first exhibition, and now he is 3 for 3 in this game. 5 points for him. He'll have one more shot. 32-22, a 10-point lead for Baylor. 4:59 to go here. And that shot is off the mark, so he finally missed one. Indiana's rebound. Tucker DeVries gives it out to Connor White. Payton brings it across the timeline to Connor Enright, who's back in. Now a nice give and go to Lamar Wilkerson, and an easy basket for IU. 13 now for Lamar. Indiana trying to battle their way back into this thing. Got it down to 8. Here's a drive by Agbin. Rolls up on the right side. Throws it outside to J.J. White. Back outside. And now another foul is called.
Connor Enright pressuring the basketball, sliding his feet. Took the contact and sold it just a little bit, Don. But sometimes to get that foul call, you've got to sell it. Just a great job pressuring the ball, but staying in front. Great defense without fouling. Connor Enright, he looked good in the Marion game. He's looked good here defensively early in this one.
Dan Skilling's back in the ball game now, as Cameron Carr is as well for Baylor. Here's Connor White, bounces it out to Reed Bailey. Bailey on a give and go to Tucker DeVries, and he slams it home. All of a sudden, Indiana's been able to throw some nice passes here and get some easy baskets. That's 9 points for Tucker DeVries, and Indiana's back in it, now down just 6. Drive here by White. Back outside. This is a long bomb and a nice shot by Ratai. He's hit 2 threes in the game. His only points, he's got 6. But those threes kill you. 35-26. 3:56 to go here in the half. Ball in the hands of Reed Bailey. Bailey drives right, lost the handle, got it knocked away, picked up by Carr the other way, and he slams it home. And Cameron Carr now has got his 11th point. And again, Baylor's lead jumps up to double digits, 37-26. Indiana had it down to 6 for a moment. Back outside, pass comes to Connor Enright. Circles right, throws it out into the hands of Lamar Wilkerson, who drives in low, fakes, throws it back outside to Enright, who drives the baseline, cut off, throws it outside to Tucker. He fakes, then fires left side to Wilkerson for 3, and he buries it. Tucker DeVries gets a nice pass over to Lamar Wilkerson, who's got the hot hand here, and he's got his 16th point. Back comes Baylor. Outside on the dribble is Isaac Williams. Williams throws it back out to Ratai. He goes right side to Yesufu. Yesufu top of the key. Fakes, can't get a shot on. Now, here, another drive, this time by Ratai. Lost the handle for a second, missed the shot. Whistle blows. Foul is called on Indiana. And let's see who they nail it on. Looks like it is going to be on Tucker. That will be his first. So Tucker DeVries picks up number 1. Timeout is called here with the score. Baylor 37, Indiana 29. We have 2:48 to go here in the half. Are we done with our commercial breaks there, Cody? All right, let's take our final break of the half. Back in a moment. This is IU Basketball, the Carousers Radio Network from Learfield.
Electric Plus is a full-service electrical contractor with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Kokomo, and Lafayette. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers, leading the league in new construction, modernization, and service repairs. Our team specializes in industrial, commercial, and residential work with 24/7 emergency coverage. We are 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, meaning every job is powered by people who have a stake in our success. Just like the Hoosiers aim to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. Go Hoosiers!
Odds are, while you may be an expert baker,
Thanks, Grandma.
or hip shaker, You likely don't spend time thinking about advanced medical treatments or research. So IU Health is here with the expert healthcare 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Because whether you're an expert DIYer or expert high-fiver, trust the experts more Hoosiers do. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds. IUhealth.org.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets, so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where Baylor leads Indiana 37-29. We have 2 minutes and 48 seconds remaining here in the first half, as this Indiana ball club has struggled with Baylor here in the last 12-13 minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, it's been a struggle, but Indiana's fighting here. Was down 13 at one point here in this first half, has cut the lead down to 8. At one point, I believe it was down to 6. And Baylor made a couple plays, but it has been Wilkerson and DeVries offensively here in this first half for Indiana. A combined 25 points out of Indiana's 29 have come from those two guys. And that's been a key here for Indiana offensively. Somebody else has got to step up at the offensive end and make Indiana a little tougher to guard as a team.
Right now, going to the free throw line once again is Ratai. Michael Rattai's got 2 threes in this ball game. He's knocked down 6 points thus far. First time he's been at the line in this contest, and he buries that free one. That is his 7th point of the game. Rattai had 3 points in the first matchup of the exhibition schedule for Baylor, and he misses the second one. It's bounced out of bounds. It'll belong to IU, as Yesufu got a finger on it. Batted it away, but it goes off Baylor. So Indiana's Tucker DeVries will inbound against full court pressure here, applied by Baylor. DeVries looks, now bounces it into Sam Alexis, gets it back to Tucker, and then jumps it out to Connor Enright, down the floor to Connor Way, down in the corner to Lamar for a three-pointer. Rims it out, no good, and the rebound comes over to Cameron Carr. Down the floor to Skillings. They get it to Yusufu. He misses the shot, and Lamar Wilkerson comes up with a rebound. Back comes Indiana. Wilkerson to Tucker, down to the corner to Connor, back outside to Lamar. Wilkerson drives, pulls up, turns, clears it back outside to Connor, taking Connor Way. He pulls up in the lane, then throws it out to Enright. Enright goes right to DeVries. DeVries holds on, lobs it to Sam Alexis inside, puts it up with the left hand and scores. And Indiana's going to get a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, that lob over the top is going to be there as Baylor is sticking to three-point shooters on the weak side. Right, so far up to this point, Baylor has not worried about Indiana getting to the basket. That help side defense has really been non-existent. That time DeVries saw Sam just waiting there, posted up. The defender was fronting him. He just lobbed it right over the top, right in front of the rim. And Sam was able to come down with it and get the N1.
Alexis at the stripe, puts it up, got it. And Sam Alexis gives Indiana his 3rd point and pulls Indiana within 6 again, as close as they've been for a while. They did get it to 6 earlier, but then a long, quick drive by the Baylor Bears got back out to 11 or 12 points. Here's a block by Connor Enright. Here's a drive by take that back. That is a drive by Dan Skillings, who's getting called for a charge, and that will be Skillings' 3rd personal foul here in the first half.
Yeah, you got to do that. That's a great job by Lamar Wilkerson, sliding over. Wasn't his man, but he saw that his teammate got beat on the little shot fake. And rather than make a silly play trying to block a shot, he just held his ground, took a charge for Indiana's defense. Hoosiers have some momentum here.
Basketball in the hands of Tatum Connerway. Brings it across the timeline. Yesufu on him. Bounces it off to Lamar Wilkerson. Outside to Enright for a 3. And he rims it no good. The rebound tipped away. Scramble for a fight for it. And Yesufu comes away with it for Baylor. A lot of the loose balls have gone to Baylor here in the first half. Back across the timeline, Agben with it. He gives it over to Yesufu. Then out top of the key. That's a new face in the ball game. Oh, that is not. That's Ratai. Then the Cameron Carr. He throws up a 3 and hits it.
Ooh, Carr has been really good here early.
That's 14 points for him.
Holy cow.
Now Indiana trying to fight back again. They're down 9, 41-32. Here's the pass to DeVries. Nice feed to Alexis, and he slams it home. Sam Alexis gets his 5th point. A couple of really good passes from Tucker DeVries have gotten Alexis a couple of quick baskets. Now, ball in the hands of Dan Skillings, and back outside to Agmem. Again, over to Ratai, then to Yesufu. Yesufu brings it back out between the circles. Looks left, still on the dribble. Now drives right against Wilkerson, slams his chest, and that's going to be a foul on Yesufu. So another charging call.
Wilkerson's doing some good things here. You love to see it too, Don. A guy that is locked in at both ends of the court. He's got 16 points. He's been really the engine offensively for Indiana here. The last minute or two, he has made 2 big-time defensive plays for Indiana as they've gone on this mini run to get right back into this ballgame.
And their other shooter, DeVries, has made 2 really good passes for easy baskets for Alexis. So the shooters are being factors in this ball game, not necessarily always shooting the ball.
Great job here.
Conaway with the basketball slows things down. The clock is running down here with about 10 seconds to go on the shot clock and about 1 second beyond that for the game clock. Out comes to Enright, drives inside, throws up a scoop shot. Whoa, it's slammed back in. What's it going to be? It's going to count.
Yeah, I think it was offensive goal or defensive goaltending on Baylor there.
Wow.
Couldn't tell exactly who it was. I think maybe it was Skillings Jr. who came in, and Donnie kind of dunked that ball in for Baylor.
And Enright gets the 2-pointer.
Yeah, Enright's going to get the 2-pointer, and what a play there for Indiana as they're trying to get the last play of the first half here. Connor Enright makes the play, driving to the rim.
2.3 seconds left in the half. Indiana will get an opportunity here. Well, I should say Baylor will get another opportunity, but they'll have just 2.3 seconds to go. Hoosier fans, let's paint Indianapolis crimson on Saturday, December 6th, when IU basketball battles Louisville in the CareSource Invitational right here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse at 2 p.m. Tickets are going fast, so get yours now on Ticketmaster.
I'd love to see that replay. I don't know for sure if that ball was going in or not. It was kind of softly off the glass, hit the rim once. And Skillings from Baylor, as he's trying to get the defensive rebound, it looked kind of like he tip-dunked that back in. You almost should take 2 points off his stat sheet. He slammed it home for the Hoosiers. But I'd love to see that replay again because it looked like a tip-dunk. But just a heck of a play as the game clock and shot clock are winding down. You know, Connor Enright, who's not really been a factor offensively, makes the play for Indiana and cuts this Baylor lead here down to 5 with just over 2 seconds left to go here in this first half.
Cameron Carr's going to inbound, and he's going to baseball it up the floor in 2.3 seconds, and the ball is stolen away by Enright. Tucker DeVries gets it, throws it up in the basket, doesn't get there, but Indiana's full within 5 at halftime. It is the Baylor Bears 41, Indiana 36. In our first 20 minutes of this basketball game tonight, we saw a lot of action. Baylor looked really good in the early part of this contest until Indiana started making their comebacks. And I'm telling you, that's the one thing we saw in Puerto Rico from this basketball team was their resilience and their ability to come back in games being down big numbers in 2 different occasions down there. So we'll see what happens here in the second half. And back at halftime, John Herrick will present the Prairie Farms Halftime Show with statistics, interviews, and more. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs. Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz Trial Lawyers. Attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
Hoosier fans, depend on Master Rental for all your rental equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor in need of an excavator or a homeowner doing a weekend deck project, Master Rental is the only place you need. They're your go-to resource for all your home and garden maintenance needs. With the largest, most current rental fleet in the area, including Bobcat, Echo, Exmark, Honda, and Simplicity, Master Rental is your full-service rental provider. Let us take care of you like we take care of Hoosier Village.
On the CareSource Radio Network. From Learfield, Hoosier basketball is on the air. Brought to you by Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics. And by Smithville delivers fast fiber internet, voice, and smart security with Hometown Hustle. Learn more at smithville.com. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, this is Hoosier Halftime.
And our halftime show is presented by locally made, naturally delicious Prairie Farms. Baylor leads Indiana 41-36 at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. It was a first half that saw Baylor ahead by as many as 13. Indiana led by as many as 3. There were 3 ties and there were 4 lead changes. Baylor led for 14 minutes and 54 seconds of that first half. Indiana led for just 2:02, but Baylor's lead, which at one point was 13, is now only 5. When we return, we'll have your first half statistics brought to you by Old National Bank after this. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, Harrow Fish Incorporated has been making a difference across Indiana since 1985 as the premier provider of mechanical systems, including heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and process piping. Whether it's a large facility, business, or home, or if you want to work with a local company that is the best at what they do and supports the community, be sure to call HFI for your next project and see how they can make a difference for you.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs. Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride with iconic cream and crimson candy stripes. It's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the trustees of Indiana University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Halftime at Cambridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis, 41-36. Baylor leads Indiana at the half. Before we go any further, though, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Now let's get to your first half statistics, which are brought to you by Old National Bank, your trusted financial partner. Find out more at oldnational.com. In that first half, Indiana shot 46% from the field, but just 2 of 10 for 3, which is 20%, but they were 8 of 8 from the free throw line, so a perfect 100%. Baylor was 7 of 9 from the foul line, 78%. They were 4 of 11 from 3, which is 36%, and they shot 52% in total for that first half at 15 out of 29. Baylor is led by Cameron Carr in scoring. He has 14 points on 6 of 9 shooting, and he's got 6 rebounds. Indiana is led by Lamar Wilkerson, who has 16 points and 1 rebound and 1 assist. He's also drawn 6 fouls, 5 points for Sam Alexis, 9 for Tucker DeVries, 2 points each for Reed Bailey, Connor Enright, and Tatum Connerway. Second chance points goes to Baylor. They lead Indiana 8-0 in that category, as well as 5-0 in fast breaks for Baylor. Indiana leads in scoring in the paint, though, 22-18, and Baylor is out rebounding Indiana 19-11. We'll have your look at your women's sports calendar and the out-of-town scoreboard when we come back in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries, we see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Proud partner of the Indiana Hoosiers.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
Back here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Baylor on top of Indiana 41-36 at the half. Let's check the IU women's sports calendar. The women's basketball team playing Missouri S&T at 7 o'clock tomorrow night at an exhibition game. The field hockey team playing on Halloween this Friday against Michigan and Ann Arbor. The volleyball team also plays on Halloween against Maryland. Now let's check the out-of-town scoreboard presented by Coors Light. Michigan played St. John's in an exhibition game Saturday night and won in overtime 96-94. Purdue falling to Kentucky Friday night in their exhibition game 78-65, and USC beat Grand Canyon Saturday night 67-61. This out-of-town scoreboard was presented by Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose Chill, official beer sponsor of Indiana Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Don?
Well, Eric, obviously this Indiana ball club got behind and down by as many as 11 points in the first half. There's no question that, or 13 I should say, Baylor was leading by 13 at one point. Got it down to 5 at halftime. This is what they seem to do, though. They had the same scenario in Puerto Rico. We talked about that earlier, getting behind early and then coming back. But they're going to have to continue that, and this Baylor team not going to let them just do it easily.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy at all. But it really started at the defensive end as Indiana made that run. You know, at one point, I think in that first half, Baylor was shooting north of 60% from the field. And last 7 to 8 minutes of the first half, I think Indiana really locked down at the defensive end, brought that field goal percentage all the way down to 51, started getting some stops, and also started getting some other guys involved at the offensive end. It can't be just DeVries and Wilkerson. Other guys have got to step up offensively if Indiana hopes to win this exhibition game.
All right, our halftime show has been brought to you by locally owned, made, naturally delicious Prairie Farms. We'll return for the start of the second half in 2 minutes. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Viaggio Marine is proud to be the official pontoon boat sponsor of Indiana University Athletics. Located right here in Indiana, Viaggio is proudly family-owned and operated. You'll love Viaggio's complete lineup of pontoon boats featuring a bold, innovative new look, plush, luxurious furniture packages, vibrant new LED lighting packages, and unmatched construction. For the hottest thing in pontoons, visit ViaggioPontoonBoats.com. That's VIAGGIO pontoonboats.com.
Hey, Hoosier fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets, so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Indiana football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Indiana Hoosiers. Let's go Hoosiers! SeatGeek.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis, as Indiana trails Baylor at halftime of the second exhibition game here for both of these teams. Baylor 41, Indiana 36. As we get ready to go to the second half, Indiana's been down before. They were down twice to the Serbian team at Puerto Rico. by significant numbers, more so than they have been in this ball game. But this Baylor team is what you would expect. Very athletic, really good at shooting the basketball, and they play a new roster playing very well together, which I think Indiana is too. It's just been a little less obvious for Indiana.
I agree. Both teams, I think, want to play the same way. Baylor had more success offensively early in the first half, beating that first defender and either getting a look inside the paint or making a quick play and getting an early shot in the shot clock. Indiana really struggled beating that first defender, and clocks, kept ticking. They were forced to take some contested shots in that first half. But really, it was the difference right around the midway point in the first half. Baylor really had some success early in the shot clock offensively, and they got out to that big lead.
Indiana gets the ball to start the second half, and Connerway with it. Payton on the dribble. Yesufu on him. Gives it over to Tucker DeVries. Lobs it into Reed Bailey. Bailey turns around with the basketball against Ratai. Gives it over to Lamar Wilkerson. Drives the baseline, fakes, puts it up, missed it. Rebound taken out of there. Cameron Carr with it for Baylor. Back down the floor. Carr works, bounces it off to Ratai, top of the lane. Ratai turns around, holds on, then drives on Bailey down low, and got away with, nope, he did not get away with the travel.
Yeah, Ratai was able to knock down a couple threes. All those international guys from overseas can knock down those catch-and-shoot threes, and he's no exception. He knocked down 2 big threes offensively, but he has struggled when Indiana has made him put the ball on the floor. It's a great example of it right there. Took away the 3. He turns the ball over. He's just driving to the basket.
Connerway with it and works it outside to the top. Then throws it over to Tucker DeVries. DeVries lobs it over to Reed Bailey, top of the lane. He gives to Lamar. Wilkerson, long three-pointer bomb. And Wilkerson knocks down his 19th point of the ball game. And suddenly this ball game is a 2-point contest, 41-39. So Indiana comes up big there. Right side pass to Cameron Carr. Carr throws it out top to the key to Agnew. He flips it over to Ratai. Ratai goes left into Skilling's hands. He drives it on Tucker down low. Blocked. Oh, he got, hit. Don't be goaltending. So Indiana thought they had a stop there, but not quite.
The ball just crept over the rim there.
Skilling's 4th point of the ball game. And Indiana trails by 4. Up the court, Connerway with the basketball. Payton walks it across the timeline. Throws it left side to Bailey. Bailey back out top of the key, gets to Tucker DeVries. He works it left, lobs it into Reed Bailey, puts it up and missed it. Tried an alley-oop play that wasn't really an alley-oop, but nevertheless, they couldn't get it down. Here is Yesufu, and a whistle blows, and we got a foul called on Indiana.
Right there was a great example after the missed shot by Bailey. How fast Baylor pushes the ball up the court. You've really got to sprint back defensively if you hope to stop this Baylor offensive attack. Yesufu just puts his head down, draws the foul.
3rd foul on Connor Enright. Here's a drive by Ratai. His shot's blocked away partially and deflected into the hands of Baylor. Up the floor, gives it over to Lamar. Wilkerson, another bomb. This one doesn't go. Rebound taken out of there by Baylor. Here's Cameron Carr across the timeline. And he lost the ball out of bounds. Payton Connerway with good defense there. So Indiana will have it out of bounds on the near sideline. Down 4, I should say, 43-39. 18 minutes left here in this final half of play. Just underway in the second half here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Connerway with the drive to the right. Now pulls it back. Using the left hand, now it goes right again, pulls back out again, bounces it down low, finds Bailey with a pass. Bailey inside against Ratai, he puts it in with the left hand. Nice move by Reed Bailey for his 4th point of the day. 43-41, Indiana within 2. Here is Agnew with the basketball for Baylor. Agnew between the circles, drives it to the left side, and we got another foul called, an offensive foul against Baylor.
That's the 2nd defensive play that Connerway's made here. I love the energy that Indiana's come up with here in this second half. It started with the 3 from Wilkerson, but just getting some stops here at the defensive end. Connerway's been an absolute pest on the ball here to start this second half, and Indiana has officially spread out this Baylor defense, and they're getting some stuff inside the paint now.
2nd foul on Ratai. Here's a drive by Connerway, straight to the hole for a slam dunk. And Dayton Connerway at 6'3", slams it home a beauty, and Indiana's tied the ball game at 43, and a timeout called by Scott Drew. How about this? Indiana with a terrific effort here as they start the second half like they seem to always do, getting it going in the final half of play. We're back in a moment. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
From city centers to rural towns, Hoosiers are facing big challenges. Indiana University is right here with you, working together to find new ways forward. Our graduates fuel the workforce and strengthen communities. Our research drives real change in people's lives. We show up, we do the work, and we solve what's next. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. See what's next at iu.edu/impact.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
Welcome back once again to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Indiana and Baylor tied at 43 all, 17-12 remaining in this basketball game. Well, fans, IU Credit Union is the exclusive provider of the IU Athletics MasterCard debit card. Choose yours from 6 great IU designs and show you Hoosier pride. See them online at iucu.org. IU Credit Union, an official partner of IU Athletics.
Well, Indiana's getting some easy looks inside the paint, and boy, oh boy, does it make a difference when you've got three-point shooters out on the court. At the last 2 possessions, you got Reed Bailey, one-on-one, deep inside the paint. When was the last time Indiana had a big one-on-one deep inside the paint? It just hasn't happened. But Baylor won't leave the three-point shooter. Then you got Connerway, straight-line drive to the basket, no help on the weak side because Baylor's too worried about Indiana's three-point shooters.
Baylor basketball, Egbaum with the basketball on the dribble, bounces it out to Caden Powell, who's just checked in. Now, Egbaum gets it back, tries to drive it, can't do it. Nice defense by Enright. Then back down in the corner, they go to Egbaum. He misses the shot, but Powell comes up with a rebound, throws it away, but picks it up. Cameron Carr, nice pick up there, throws a shot up, and a foul's called on Tucker DeVries. So on DeVries, that will be his second of the ball game.
That's the one stat that, even though Indiana's tied this ball game, it starts to worry you just a little bit. Baylor's got 23 rebounds to Indiana's 12. It's just that second chance opportunity it'll absolutely kill your defense, and that's one Indiana almost came away with. But Baylor, it's an opportunity at the free throw line.
Cameron Carr goes to the free throw line with 14 first half points. And that one is knocked in. He's got his 15th point of the ball game. He'll have one more. Indiana is now trailing by 1. Alexis checks in for Reed Bailey. And one more shot for Cameron Carr. He had 5 for 5 in that matchup with Grand Canyon in the first exhibition. And he hasn't missed tonight from the line, so he has got 16 points now. And Indiana now trails it 45-43. Here's the inbound. Comes to Dayton Connerway. Up the court, it comes to Lamar Wilkerson. Quick 3 on the way. Good! You will not want to leave him open. And he got open that time for an easy 3, his 22nd point of the game. And this guy can flat shoot the basketball. Now, here's a drive inside by Caden Powell. Blocked by Sam Alexis. Back the other way, DeVries. Down the floor to Lamar Wilkerson, and he gets fouled. And he can't get the shot to go down, but a foul was called. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, just before the shot, on the floor. Okay. You're right. Foul was called. I'll tell you what, Don, Indiana is attacking right now. Full court press from Baylor. Once Indiana breaks it, they're not setting up offense. They're taking early looks. And right there after that block by Sam Alexis, Indiana pushes it, gets it out to Wilkerson. He's not waiting to set offense up. He's attacking the rim and drawing fouls.
Connerway will inbound underneath the Indiana basket. Now a whistle away from the ball, and Agnew just got called for a foul. That's his second of the ball game. He and Connor Enright were battling out there. Connerway again will trigger the inbound. Tatum looks and trying to get it in. He finds Wilkerson. He throws it up three, missed it. Rebound kicked out to Enright. Three on the way, no. A whistle called. Another foul called on Baylor. And I think Cameron Carr got called for a push in the back. So Carr picks up the personal. That is his first of the ball game.
That time I think Wilkerson kind of rushed that shot a little bit. A little bit of a heat check in the left corner. The guy's got 22 points. He's been absolutely dominant here offensively for Indiana. You don't mind it.
Here's the inbound to Tucker to Breeze. Tucker turns around, works on Dan Skillings, throws up a shot, won't go, and the rebound taken out of there by Baylor. Back the other way. This is Skillings with the basketball. Slides it left to Yesufu. Yesufu gives it back out to Powell. Powell turns around, holds on. One dribble, gives it up, looks to help, finds it over, gets it over to Agbem. Agbem dribbles it back outside against Connor Enright. Down low, pulls up with a fadeaway shot, missed it. Rebound tipped into the hands of Indiana's Lamar Wilkerson down the floor to Connerway. Lays it up and got it. And Connerway has his 6th point, and Indiana's got the lead up to 3, 48-45. 15:33 left in this ball game. On the dribble, Agbem. Bounce pass comes over to Carr. And now a whistle against Indiana, and they're going to call a foul against Indiana.
Absolutely love the energy, though, Don. Connor Enright, he won't do a lot on the stat sheet. He's barking out there. He's talking. He's playing on-the-ball defense. Everything you want if you're an Indiana fan. Indiana's got all the momentum right now. A 3-point lead. Just over 15 minutes left to go here in the second half.
And we'll be back in a moment. Time out on the floor. This is IU Basketball, the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Did you know the Hoosier Lottery is the only lottery named after its people? That means you.
Me?
Yep, and you.
Me?
Yes, and all of you.
Us?
That's right, and we believe all of you could enjoy some play in your day. Even better, when you play Hoosier Lottery games, you support Indiana. Since 1989, you've given back more than $7 billion to good causes across our state.
Nice.
When you think of it like that, there's so much to play for. Hoosier Lottery, champions of play. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Have you been injured at work? Contact Golitko and Daly, the Indiana work injury lawyers at IndianaWorkers.com. There's nothing easy about work injury cases. At Golitko and Daly, we focus on work-related injury cases and have board-certified and OSHA-trained trial lawyers to help you with your case. Find us at IndianaWorkers.com. Golitko and Daly, your Indiana work injury lawyers. At Golitko and Daly, we go to work when you can't. Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Back here at Gingrich Fieldhouse, Indiana, a leader over Baylor right now, 48-45 with 15:24 to go. Great start for Indiana here in the second half. Green and Schultz trial lawyers, where injury law is our field, and justice is always the goal. We're here for you when accidents happen, and it matters most. Bloomington, Indianapolis, and GreenSchultz.com.
Yeah, what we've seen from Indiana here to start the second half is some toughness. We talked about physicality, defensive rebounding, but one thing we have not talked about is toughness. And I think Indiana is showing right now that they will not go away and fade into the night. I mean, this team is fighting right now and has started the second half on a run. what was a 5-point deficit, I think, at halftime has turned to a 3-point lead for Indiana here in the first 4.5 minutes of this second half. And you got to love the toughness and resolve that we've seen from the Hoosiers.
Carr inbounds to Isaac Williams, who's in the game now for Baylor. Williams backs it out, hands it over to Dan Skillings. Then they get it back out front to Carr. Now it's knocked away and picked up by White. White drives down the left side, throws it up and got it. Nice drive to the hole by Isaac Williams, I should say, and that is his 6th point. Now it's 48-47, Indiana by 1. Tucker gives it over to Sam Alexis. He clears it out to Lamar Wilkerson. Wilkerson looks right, looks left, and gives to Enright. Enright goes to Tucker DeVries. Tucker with the ball on the right wing, slides it, kicks it back outside to Trent Sisley, who's checked in. Over to Alexis. Alexis back out to Tucker DeVries. DeVries turns around, one dribble, forces up a 3, off the rim, no good, and the rebound comes away to Isaac Williams. Down the floor, Williams with the basketball. Lost it. Connor Enright comes up with it. Down the floor to Tucker. Now off to Lamar. Wilkerson throws it up. Won't go, but a foul is called.
Yeah, really impressed with the way Indiana is turning rebounds or turnovers from Baylor into easy opportunities. And they're pushing the ball, but they are so unselfish, keeping their head up, finding the open man. That time, I thought DeVries could have taken a forced shot in transition, but he didn't. He waited. He kept his eyes up and found a slashing Wilkerson right to the basket. These guys have really shared the ball well today.
Wilkerson's free throw is good. Lamar now has his 24th point of the ball game, and he is playing absolutely incredibly well. And I say incredibly because we haven't seen three-point shooting from a guy like him in a while.
Right.
And you know he's going to shoot him. Here's the second one. Got it.
It is possible to play this way.
It is.
That's what you're saying.
25 points for Lamar Wilkerson. Indiana's got the lead back up to 3 again. With the basketball, Dan Skillings. Skillings drives on Sisley, down low, throws it up, blocked away by Indiana. Conaway comes away with a block, I think. Tatum gets it across the timeline. Fakes the shot, gives it back outside to Enright. Connor Enright fires it off into the hands of Alexis. Back it comes to Lamar Wilkerson on a give and go to Alexis. And we got a foul called on Caden Powell, I believe.
Yeah, you got a guy in Wilkerson that's got 24 points. He comes off a little handoff. 2 Baylor defenders rush to the basketball. That is the benefit of being a three-point threat. Spaces out the defense. Guys aren't communicating from Baylor. 2 guys on the basketball, which leaves Sam Alexis wide open on the roll to the basket, and Baylor's forced to foul. But if you don't have a guy like Wilkerson out there, or a guy like DeVries, or anybody that can shoot the 3, defenses can pack the lane and make life really tough on you. But Indiana has really spread out here this Baylor defense, especially in the second half.
Yesufu was called for that foul. He's out of the ball game now. And inbounding will be Conaway for Indiana. Conaway looks and having some trouble. Finally gets it into Alexis for an easy slam dunk. They just waited with great patience there, and Alexis gets away for his 7th point. And Indiana jumps the lead up 52-47. And that's Indiana's biggest lead of the game. Here is White in the ball game once again. He gets it over to Williams, and Williams drives across the key but can't work with it. Throws it back outside. Now we're tied. On the dribble, clears it to Carr. Carr being harassed by Conaway. A whistle blows away from the ball. And there's going to be a foul called on Connor Enright. And that's his 4th.
A mismatch there. Connor's doing everything he could to get over the top there and front the low post. I think he was giving up 6 inches there to Powell. And the problem is there's 3 seconds on the shot clock. So he really didn't need to foul there. There wasn't enough time for the post feed, but kind of bailed him out there.
Here is the inbound. It comes into J.J. White. He throws it outside into the hands of Ratai. Ratai tries to work his way in for a shot, does so, and couldn't get it, but Alexis comes up with a rebound. Off to Conaway. Tatum gets it across the timeline. Conaway spins to the right, drowned into the lane he goes, puts it up with the right hand, missed the shot. Rebound taken out of there once again by Williams. Back the other way for Baylor, and he gets fouled on the play. And that might be Tucker DeVries gets nailed on that one.
Yeah, I don't love that call there. Yeah, they're calling it on Tucker.
That's his 3rd.
I thought Williams was out of control there pushing the basketball, and that could have easily been a turnover on Baylor, just as easy as it was a foul on Tucker.
12:59 left here in the final half. Here's the inbound. It comes. White drives inside, throws up a little runner, missed it. Trent Sisley with the rebound. Down the floor to Tucker DeVries. Off to Lamar Wilkerson. Into the lane he goes. Kicks it back to Tucker. He fakes. He's going to fire up a three and hit it. Tucker DeVries gets his 12th point of the game, and Indiana's got his biggest lead of this contest, 55-47, and Scott Drew calls timeout. That is what Indiana basketball has looked like since I've been watching it in Puerto Rico. This team is relentless. They never give up. They fight their tails off every single time they're on the floor. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, they're looking for each other, Don, and they're sharing the ball. You got two guys that can really shoot like those two guys can, Wilkerson and DeVries. It makes life so much easier for you at the offensive end.
And we'll be back in a moment. Indiana leads it 55-47. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Christian Lawrence. And I'm Brad Lawrence at Goldcasters Diamonds and Fine Jewelry. And we just want to remind you how much the woman in your life really does love you.
Wow, but Dad, how can you know that?
Well, she puts up with his sports, doesn't she? She's letting him listen to the game right now.
True.
Because she is your biggest fan.
Always cheering you on.
So come to Goldcasters
For a little sparkling gift that reminds her
that you're her biggest fan, too.
Goldcasters at 2nd and Washington in Bloomington.
From city centers to rural towns, Hoosiers are facing big challenges. Indiana University is right here with you, working together to find new ways forward. Our graduates fuel the workforce and strengthen communities. Our research drives real change in people's lives. We show up, we do the work, and we solve what's next. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. See what's next at iu.edu/impact.
Hoosier fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official beer sponsor of IU Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Agbin's got it for Baylor. Indiana's up 55-47. The pass comes outside to Tessapu, and he misses the shot. Now back out to Agbin, and Agbin backs it back outside. Agbin on the dribble to the right side against Sisley. Pulls up, fades away, fires it up, misses the shot, rebound battle for it, knocked away into the hands of Tessapu. He missed it. His tip-up is no good. We got a whistle and a foul call, and I think this is going against IU.
Yeah, 10 offensive rebounds, I think, maybe 9. But it looks like if they give him that as an offensive rebound, that's 10 for Baylor. That's the one stat that still is glaring right now. I mean, 3 straight rebounds there for Baylor gives them an opportunity here.
Third foul on Wilkerson. The inbound comes to Ratai. Ratai trying to work on Sisley. Turns around, looks, throws a block shot again by Sam Alexis. Down low, a pass comes right into the hands of White. He spins, and now a foul's called again on Wilkerson, and that's going to be his 4th.
That's big. He has been, is that his 4th there? Wow. And again, second chance after the block shot for Baylor. It's an important possession right now for Baylor. Down by 8, Indiana has all the momentum on a 12-2 run here over the last 4+ minutes.
Well, Lamar Wilkerson with that foul, that is not a good one for Indiana. We're going to keep this here. I believe we can do so. We've got, yes, we definitely can. CareSource offering benefits that go beyond health insurance, like one-on-one help to find a steady job, access to healthy food, or a dependable ride. When your life is better, your health can be better too. CareSource, care that connects.
Yeah, it's going to be an important moment here in the game. You got to think that Coach DeVries is is going to bring somebody off the bench here for Lamar Wilkerson. But Wilkerson's been spectacular. He's got 24 points, 3 assists. But the one thing on the stat sheet that really worries you is that's his 4th foul. He'll be on the bench here, I would imagine, for at least the next 5 to 8 minutes, just depending on the time and score. If Indiana can maintain this lead, I think Wilkerson will be on the bench. But the question is, offensively, what will Indiana do without Wilkerson out there? He has been Mr. Everything for Indiana at the offensive end. You got to think DeVries is going to get involved here in the offense. I think Conaway's got to be very aggressive. Trent Sisley's a guy off the bench that had a great first exhibition game against Marion. Hasn't done much here in this ball game, but the question is, what does Indiana do here with Wilkerson on the bench?
From tip-off to overtime, Smithville's got your back. Internet, voice, and smart security that keep you connected and protected. Choose your home team. Learn more at smithville.com. And don't forget, join Coach Darren DeVries or Terry Morin at 7:05 on most Monday nights throughout the basketball season for Inside IU Basketball, presented by J.C. Bank, hosted live at Hoosier Hanks East off of College Mall Road in Bloomington.
It looks like Wilkerson's staying out there. I was way off there. Now, is it because it's exhibition? Maybe. I don't know. But just under 12 left to go in this ball game. Wilkerson's got 4 fouls, and Coach DeVries has elected, at least what it looks like, to keep him out there at the defensive end and trusting Lamar to play defense without fouling here. That would be a big blow to Indiana if he fouls out of this ballgame.
Yeah, Lamar has got 4, but he's also scored the biggest number of points for IU, 25 in this ballgame. And he is danger every time he touches the basketball to score a basket. J.J. White will go to the free throw line looking for his 4th point of the ball game. As he goes to the stripe, he'll have 1 and 1. Fires it up there, knocks it in. So he'll get the bonus. He's got 4 points now in this contest. 55-48. Indiana leads it by 7. White taking a lot of time, puts the ball on his hip, takes a long look at the rim, then fires it up there and missed this one. And the rebound taken out of there by Sam Alexis, who's become a factor in this ball game. Rebounding, setting screens, getting easy dunks, being the right guy at the right time. Here is Lamar Wilkerson. On the dribble, slides to the right side, down to the baseline, throws it out in the corner, comes to Sisley. Trent turns around, throws it back out to Tucker DeVries. DeVries with it. 7 on the shot clock. DeVries works right, lobs it into Alexis. Sam, one dribble, turns around, got to shoot it. Tucker forces up a 3, rims it no good. Rebound taken out of there by Yesufu. Yesufu brings it across the timeline. Top of the lane, drives it left, can't work, throws it over into the hands of Ratai. Back out it comes now to White. J.J. White hands it off to Caden Powell. Powell turns around, now he tries to drive on Alexis down low, got away with a travel. Inside pass comes to Ratai. Back out it comes to White. He fires up a 2-pointer and knocks it in, or it's a 3. So White gets a credit for a 3-pointer there. That is his 7th point of the ball game, and that was a big shot for Baylor. Now it's a 4-point game, and Indiana's lead has dwindled. Now Conaway with a 3 try. He rims it no good. Rebound taken by Ratai. He works it down the floor in a hurry. Now gets it to the top, pulls up. He puts up a long one. It missed it badly. Powell inside misses 2, but he was fouled on the play.
Another offensive rebound there. That's one of the harder balls to rebound there. That air ball right off the backboard. You're expecting defensively for the ball to hit the rim. That time Sam Alexis got kind of pinned too deep underneath the rim, and Powell was able to come up with the offensive rebound. But again, that's the 11th offensive board. Baylor's out-rebounded Indiana by 13 here in this ballgame. That has kept Baylor in this ballgame here in the second half.
Caden Powell at the free throw line has 4 points. Knocks down that free one there, so now 5. Did not shoot a free throw in that game against Grand Canyon, their first exhibition. Now Wilkerson does take a trip to the bench, as does Sam Alexis. Reed Bailey's back in the contest for IU. Connor Enright's back in there too. He's working with 4 fouls. That second shot is also good by Powell. He's got 6, and Indiana's lead has dwindled down to 2. 55-53. Across the timeline, Conaway. Conaway gets hacked by Yesufu. And so Yusufu picks up his third personal.
It's an awful foul. It's just a terrible foul. Just a freshman foul is what we'll call that.
He just slapped down with the ball.
And it's this, I mean, it's the 17th foul here. And I don't know, it's almost like he's like, hey, we're doing really well. I'd love to give you guys a couple free opportunities at the free throw line. Here you go. What's he doing?
That was his thinking?
That's what it looked like. What are you doing? And it just drives coaches crazy, Don.
Oh, I know that.
Just, what are you doing?
Conaway knocks down the free one, his 7th point of the ball game. Has one more, can take that lead right back up to 4. And number 2 is also good. Conaway with his 8th point of the ball game. Indiana's done a great job at the free throw line in this contest. Back up the floor. Ball in the hands of White. J.J. White on the dribble. Works it to the right side. Bounces on a give and go inside to Powell. Powell got away with the travel there. And then he bounced the ball out of bounds, and Indiana will get it.
Yeah, lucky there from Indiana. I thought Powell got absolutely hacked underneath the basket there. Conaway did everything he could to make sure he didn't get a free look, and I thought Indiana got away with a defensive foul there.
Can't argue, but he did travel.
That's true.
Here's the inbound. Tucker gets it to Conaway down the floor to Hurry. Lays it up, tried to slam it, couldn't get it. Saves it out to Connor Enright. Back to Tucker to Breeze. Now in the corner, Conaway with a 3 try. Bingo! Peyton Conaway with his 11th point of the game. Another huge 3-point basket, and Indiana's got the lead back to 7. Now, on the right side, this is Carr. Throws it out to Powell, top of the key. One dribble. Powell turns around, looks for help, and finally gets it over to White. J.J. White fires up, fires a pass off to Yusufu from the corner, and he missed the shot. Inside to Ratai, however, who puts it back in. Ratai with a rebound bucket gets his 9th point. 60-55 Indiana. Hoosiers up 5. Conaway with the basketball. Clock is at 9:22 left. Here's a bounce pass to Tucker DeVries. DeVries with the basketball. He fires a 17-footer and hits. And Tucker DeVries has got 14. Indiana playing really well here in the second half. Caden Powell with the basketball. Right side pass to White. Another 3 try. This one's off the mark. Rebound batted away. Picked up by Conaway. Payton comes up with it. Throws it down the floor to DeVries. Tucker gets it across the timeline. Now looks for a screen or a pick. Turns around. Lobs it a give and go to Sisley. And Trent can't hang on to it. Somebody was hanging on to his shirt. He did not like the call. But nevertheless, the ball's out of bounds to Baylor.
Yeah, I think that's a missed call that time. Sisley definitely got held as he was rolling to the basket. And the court is so spread out with these shooters that the pick and roll is going to be there. But again, missed call there from the official. I agree with Trent. I thought he got held. That would have been an easy wide open 2 if he's able to come down with that pass.
Skillings and White are back in the ball game now for Baylor, as is Carr and Ratai. Now, ball in the hands of Cameron Carr. Flips it outside to Isaac Williams, who takes it to the left. Back to the right with a pass to Ratai. Ratai guarded by Reed Bailey. And here's Tucker DeVries with a steal. And now we got a foul. Ratai picks up the personal. 3 fouls now on Ratai. Another great play by Tucker DeVries in the sense of how he handled himself on that play. And Lamar Wilkerson getting set to check back in.
And that's just a frustration foul by Ratai. Turned the ball over and tried to make up for it by getting a steal, but another bad foul from Baylor puts Indiana to the free throw line here. Tucker DeVries, 1-1.
So Tucker at the line with 14. He puts that one down. He's got his 15th point of the day. He was money at the free throw line in the last matchup with the Serbians, and he was hurting with a bad heel, but he was able to knock down some free throws that were critical in that ball game. 16 points now for Tucker DeVries. He makes them both. Indiana's up 9, 64-55, biggest lead for the Hoosiers. Across the timeline, this is Williams with the basketball, gets it to Carr. Now stolen by Connor Enright. In the hands of Lamar Wilkerson. Connor brings it back across the timeline, feeds it over to Tucker DeVries. DeVries with the basketball. Works it to the right. Pulls up. Long three on the way. Off the mark. No good. Rebound. Fought for it. Taken out of there by Baylor. Yesufu gets it to Williams. Williams tries to drive inside. Knocks down. They're going to call this a foul. What is it? A block? And that'll be it for Connor Enright.
That's a good call, too. He's trying to stop the penetration. Williams did a great job attacking the rim. He is super quick. It's a tough job for Connor Enright to try to stay in front of that basketball. He tried his best, but definitely moving his speed as he tried to take that charge.
That foul was Connor Enright's fourth, not his fifth. My apology on that. And we are timeout with 7:49 left. Indiana with a 9-point advantage, 64-55. Back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Get back to doing what you love. If you're experiencing hip, knee, or shoulder pain and it's affecting your everyday activities, it may be time to schedule a consultation with one of our highly skilled orthopedic surgeons. Our fellowship-trained surgeons specialize in outpatient joint and shoulder replacement. We may be able to get you home on the same day of your procedure. As the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of IU Athletics, IU Health will give you the expert care you need close to home. Call 812-333-2663 or visit iuhealth.org/BloomingtonOrtho.
Electric Plus is a full-service electrical contractor with offices in Bloomington, Avon, Kokomo, and Lafayette. We work hard to deliver big wins for our customers, leading the league in new construction, modernization, and service repairs. Our team specializes in industrial, commercial, and residential work with 24/7 emergency coverage. We are 100% employee-owned through our ESOP, meaning every job is powered by people who have a stake in our success. Just like the Hoosiers aim to be the best, the mission of Electric Plus is to be the best electrical contractor, period. Visit electricplus.com to learn more. Go Hoosiers!
Back once again here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, Indiana. 64, Baylor 55, 7 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in this basketball game. On the go, I want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country. Download the free Varsity Network app, available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now.
You know, the other thing that's really impressive that I think's really been a huge factor in this 9-point lead for Indiana is, again, we saw in the Marion game, we're seeing it here. The team assist to turnover ratio, again, has been spectacular. 17 team assists for Indiana, only 7 total turnovers. You don't beat yourself. That's step one. You give yourself a chance to win the ball game, and that's exactly what we have seen. Indiana's just kind of grinded this game away. A big deficit early. They've taken care of the ball. They've crept back into it, and they've taken this lead.
Isaac Williams misses the free throw. And Indiana, Indiana comes up with the rebound. Here's Enright, brings it up the court. He finds Bailey with the pass, then Alexis. Now to Wilkerson inside of Bailey, and his shot got blocked by Carr. And it goes out of bounds. And they're going to go. I think Reed Bailey thought the ball was going to be off of Baylor, and he didn't go after it.
Yeah, you got to go up strong there. That's a point-blank look for Reed Bailey, 6'10". And that ball gets blocked. You got a shot fake, either that or you got to get fouled if you're Reed Bailey. That's a great play out of the timeout from Coach Darren DeVries, and Indiana just did not execute at the very end.
Isaac Williams with the basketball. Throws it outside into the hands of Carr. Carr gives it over to Skillings, who's back in the game, and now we got Sam Alexis rolling right over the top of Cameron Carr, who hits the deck. Kind of dinged up, looked like he hit maybe his ear or something. Anyway, Alexis does get called for the foul. That'll be his third. So Sam with 3. And what do we got here? 1 and 1? This will be a 2-shot foul.
It's a 10th team foul for Indiana, so still a ton of time left to go in this game, and both teams are going to be in the bonus here.
So Carr goes to the line. He's got 16 points in this ball game. First shot on its way good. He's got 17 now. He's been a major factor in this game, especially in the first half. He had 14 of his 17 points in the first half of this contest. Hasn't made a field goal here in the second half, but he's knocked down 3 free throws, and he's got his 4th coming up here. And he got them both. So he's now got 18 in the contest. Indiana leading it by 64-57. Enright brings it up for IU, gets it across the timeline. Enright on the dribble, works to the left. Now trying to find somebody to pass it to, finds Lamar Wilkerson. Wilkerson harassed by Yesufu. Now Wilkerson drives to the right, pulls out, holds on, lobs it in, goes to Reed Bailey. Bailey dribbles it, lost the handle. Stolen away by Carr. Carr to Yesufu, drives down low, throws it up, blocked again by Alexis. I'll tell you what, Sam Alexis might have at least 4 or 5 blocks now in this game.
Yeah, that weak side's been really good for Indiana. You don't get that unless you have good defense from Reed Bailey there in transition. It's so tough to be the primary defender on a guy like Yesufu. But Bailey did a nice job not fouling, forced a tough contested shot, and Indiana came over at the weak side for the block shot.
Williams inbounds, he finds Ratai. Ratai tries to work on Alexis down to the baseline. Now tries to drive on him, inside, throws it back out. It comes to Ratai. He drives into the lane, lost the handle, got it back, puts up a shot, doesn't go, rebound fought for, and picked up by Sam Alexis. Down the floor to Tucker DeVries. DeVries drives it, top of the key, into the lane he goes, turns around, looks for help, gives it to Alexis, back to Tucker, back to Alexis. Alexis holds on to it. Now he drives it into the lane, kicks it back to Tucker. Tucker fakes, fires up a 3, off the rim, no. Rebound, knocked away into the hands of Yesufu. Back down the floor to Williams. Williams across the timeline, driving on Alexis, throws it back out to Yesufu for a 3 try, and he buried it. Yesufu picks up a big bomb there. His first points of the second half. He now has 8 for the ball game.
That's a big shot, yeah, by Yesufu. And I haven't loved Indiana's offensive possessions the last 2 or 3 possessions. It's very stagnant, not quite the ball movement that we've seen for the entire ball game. I love the timeout from Coach DeVries. You know, he's got to get a good set here, get the ball moving, try to get this Baylor defense back on their heels.
I'm going to leave it, keep it here this time, because I know there's going to be another timeout inside the 4-minute mark. So we're going to keep it here this time. I think we just have the 1 break remaining. If I'm wrong about that, Cody, you can let me know. But how would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? You can go to syncmygame.com to find out how.
All right, you got to get to syncmygame.com. You got to get the app. You got to get them synced up, Don. You and Buck are too good on the football games to not try to sync it up with the TV. Those TV guys, they're not nearly as good as you guys are.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I know the TV guys are not having more fun than Buck and I.
No,
right
they
now.
are not. I don't think anyone in the country is having more fun than you and Buck Stewart right now.
Unbelievable yesterday. 56-6 over UCLA, a team that was red hot coming in, and Indiana intercepts the second play of the ball game and runs it in for a touchdown off of linebacker Aiden Fisher. And from that point forward, you knew Indiana was going to win.
It completely set the tone, and you got to love the way that the football Hoosiers are playing right now. But back to the basketball game, I think the timeout from DeVries was absolutely perfect here. Indiana got stagnant the last 2 possessions. You got to get the ball moving here and get a good look.
Tucker inbounds. He gets it to Connerway, who gives it back out to Tucker DeVries. Payton back in the ball game now. Across the timeline, Connerway with the basketball on the dribble. Connerway drives, pulls up, comes back out, pulls it back out, lobs it into Alexis. Sam down low against Ratai. Lost the handle out of bounds. So another turnover for the Hoosiers. Now they've got 6 in the first half, 9 now for the ball game, 3 in this half. And a couple of those were just kind of, shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, hitting the low post here for the first time. The last couple possessions, trying to get Sam Alexis involved. He's not been able to produce.
Now the pass comes to Carr. Outside, a feed comes to Skillings. Skillings goes left side of Ratai, who drives it in low, stripped away by Tucker, but picked up by Ratai. Ratai in trouble, throws it outside. This time it's Skillings on the drive. He throws it up and in. And Dan Skillings has got his 6th point of the ball game. And suddenly, this thing is a 2-point contest again. Indiana by 2, 64-62. So Baylor has made a run here. Here is Enright. Left side pass goes to Alexis. Out to Connerway. Back to Tucker. DeVries fakes. Holds on to it. Now looks. One dribble. Lobs it to Alexis down low. Sam turns around. He now tries to back his way in against Skillings, who was hacked at. And turns around and puts it in with the left hand.
That's a flop there. Skillings wanted the foul, but that is no foul there. Great job by Sam Alexis, taking his time, being patient, and finishing the two.
9th point of the game for Alexis. Back outside pass comes long to Ratai for a 3 try. He missed. Rebound Lamar Wilkerson. And he comes up with it, gives it over to Tatum Connerway. Connerway throws it over to Connor Enright. Left side to Tucker DeVries. DeVries on the left perimeter. Throws it back outside. Connerway is fouled on the play as Yesufu tries to steal the basketball again and picks up his 4th foul.
Almost a turnover there by Tucker DeVries. And yeah, Indiana looks a little, I hate to say it right now, but they look a little tired here the last couple minutes. A lot of walking the ball up the court. We haven't seen that pace, that tempo that we saw as Indiana went on that big run in the second half. And fortunate there that Connerway draws the foul as Yesufu, if he comes away with that steal, Don, that's a wide open dunk. Almost a bad turnover from Indiana turns into an opportunity at the free throw line.
So Connerway goes to the stripe. 11 points for him today. He's been perfect at the line, 2 of 2. Has only taken 2, but nevertheless, he's a good free throw shooter. And he fires this one up there and knocks it down. He's got his 12th point of the afternoon. Indiana increases the lead to 5. And he has a chance to make it a 6-point ball game. Connerway from a transfer from Troy. And number 2 is also good. And he's got 13 points in this one. He's played well. Now, Indiana back on defense, leading it by 6. 4:10 left. On the dribble is Isaac Williams. He throws it outside to Cameron Carr. Carr brings it back to Yesufu. Yesufu back left side to Ratai. Ratai on the perimeter. Throws it back out. Now again they go down low. Ball is deflected out of bounds. I think maybe Alexis got a piece of it. And we're going to have the television timeout take place with 3:55 to go. And Indiana up 6, 68-62. We're back in a moment. This is IU basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
It's no coincidence that Neil rhymes with deal, because that's something you could always count on with the leader in tires and auto repair for nearly a century. Neil Tire is committed to give you the best deal on a set of Falcon tires. Stay safe on the roads this football season as you travel to all those Indiana Hoosiers football games. Visit neiltire.com to schedule an appointment and to find the location nearest you. As always, nothing beats a Neil deal.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Indiana right now leading Baylor 68-62. 3:55 left in this ball game. Don't forget to listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, and streaming on the Sirius XM app. And let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University basketball. Now holding on to a 6-point advantage. 3:55 left in this one, E, and this is going right down to the wire.
Yeah, well, this is why coaches want to play exhibition games, Don. I mean, an opportunity in a tight ball game down the stretch for your team to work on executing in the half court. And we've seen that here the last few possessions. Baylor has slowed this game down just a bit, and Indiana has been forced to run their stuff in the half court sets. And how many times in Big Ten play does it come down to 1 to 2 possessions and how well your team executes down the stretch? It's an opportunity for Indiana here to play well.
Here's Yesufu on a drive against Wilkerson, drives on him, pulls up, and they're going to call Lamar with a 5th foul. I don't like that call.
No, not at all. That's barely anything there.
But it fouls out Indiana's top scorer in this ball game.
Well, he's acting like he's not coming out of the ball game.
They call it on somebody else? Am I wrong on this thing?
Is it because it's an exhibition where you can't foul out? Is that the rule we missed? Did we miss that rule?
I don't know.
It says 5 fouls on the scoreboard.
Right.
And that would explain why he didn't come out with over 10 minutes left and having 4 fouls.
I guess maybe that's the key.
I would love that as a player.
Yesufu hits that shot.
You just get to foul. No consequences. Just keep fouling.
Well, 9 points now for Yesufu, and the inbound is knocked out of bounds by Baylor. Indiana with a 68-63 lead, 3:48 left.
He's still out there.
Full court pressure being applied by Baylor.
No, he's not. They took him out. Is he out there?
Yeah, right here. Midcourt.
Yeah, 5 fouls.
Tucker DeVries will inbound. He gets it into Tatum Connerway. Connerway drives it up the court in a hurry and works it out to the right wing now on the dribble. Brings it back outside. Now, Tatum still on the move. Taking a lot of time off the clock. They get it to end right. Now to Alexis. Back to Tatum Connerway. Connerway pulls up. Let's go a 3 off the front of the rim. No good. And the rebound taken by Baylor. Yesufu back on the attack. Yesufu takes it inside. Lost the handle, but it's picked up by Dan Skillings, I apologize. And Skillings throws in a layup. He's got his 8th point of the game. 6 of his points have been here in the second half. And that was a key one for Baylor Bears. Now it's a 3-point game. DeVries turns around, holds on. Guarded out there by Skillings. Tucker brings it back out, looks, lobs it over to Sam Alexis. Alexis trying to work, gives it back to Tucker DeVries. DeVries trying to drive on him, turns around, forces up a shot, won't go. Rebound saved by Baylor. Baylor's got it down the floor, on the roof, in a hurry. Skillings lost the handle. He was fouled. And we'll see who gets this one. Looks like they... Connerway.
Yeah. And again, Baylor getting out in transition. They've been the team here in the last few minutes that have had a little bit more energy. They're playing faster.
Well, that's the 5th on Connerway.
Yeah, at both ends.
So I guess we don't have to worry about anybody fouling out here, boys and girls.
Love exhibition games. That's great. You get 10? Oh, Jake over here telling me bad information.
Dan Skillings throws down the free throw. That's his 9th point of the ball game. He's become a factor here in the second half scoring-wise, especially here late. Now we got a 2-point game, and he can make it 1 with 2:40 left. Yeah, you gotta find a way to win the tight ones. And the second shot's also good. 10 points now for Skillings, Indiana, and Baylor. 1-point ball game. 68-67 IU. Connerway across the timeline. Gives it over to Connor Enright. Enright on the dribble. Throws it back over to Connerway. Tatum Connerway fakes, throws it outside to Lamar Wilkerson. He forces up a long 3. It's off the mark, no good. Yesufu back down the floor. Gives it over to Skillings. Back to Yesufu for 3, and he hit it. And suddenly, Baylor's on top by 2.
That's a big run here for Baylor.
12 points now for Yesufu, and that was a huge 3 there. 70-68, Indiana down 2. Connerway takes it all the way to the hole to Lamar Wilkerson, but he was fouled on the way, and he will go to the free throw line.
Finally getting going to the basket, but it's It has been a grind here offensively for Indiana the last 3 to 4 minutes. Just a lot of, I mentioned they looked a little fatigued. I think Connerway has really looked fatigued here the last few minutes. I'm glad to see him kind of turn the corner there, get his head down, get deep in the paint and draw the foul there. But it has just been, in the half court, just a struggle here for Indiana at the offensive end.
And Connerway knocks down that free throw. Huge. 14 points now for Tatum. He'll have one more. Try to give Indiana a tie with the Baylor Bears at 70. 1:55 left in the game. Second shot good. Got them both. 15 points for Tatum. Connerway, and Indiana has tied it at 70 all. That gets the IU fans excited. Indiana's got to get some stops. Up the court comes Isaac Williams. Williams with the basketball. Right side pass over to Yesufu. Another three. Way off the mark. Rebound to Tucker DeVries. That was an air ball. Here is Enright. Up the floor, finds Lamar Wilkerson. Wilkerson with the basketball. He drives it down the left side, pulls up, throws it up, draws the foul. Wilkerson hit the deck hard. He's taking his time. His teammates over there to help him up. He's okay. So Lamar will go to the strike.
It's just a great example of reading the defense there. A simple little two-man ball screen on the left wing there, and as a defender, you've got to make Lamar Wilkerson use that ball screen. That's where all your help is after he comes off the ball screen. But instead, Lamar realized the defender was playing the ball screen, not making him use it, and he just rejected it, went straight line drive with the left hand to the basket.
Two shots coming to him, and the first one's good. 26 points now for Lamar Wilkerson. Looking for his 27th at the stripe, and gives Indiana a 2-point lead if he gets it. Second on its way. Got it. 27 now for Lamar Wilkerson in Indiana. On top by 2. 1:27 left. Across the timeline, ball in the hands of Isaac Williams. He gives it over to Dan Skillings. Back out to Williams. Back to Skillings. 3 on the way by Skillings, and he buries it. And Dan Skillings now has got 13 points. His first 3 of the ball game. And Indiana now down 1. 73-72. Here is Connerway with a basketball. Connerway holds on. Throws it over to Connor Enright. Enright pulls up on the wing, then drives the baseline. Cut off, brings it back outside. Bounces it off to Lamar. Wilkerson spins, drives down low, turns around. Tucker DeVries' shot is good! Tucker DeVries buries a big 15-foot jump shot. And Indiana takes the lead by 1.
Got to get a stop here, Don.
36 seconds to go. No timeout called. Ball in the hands of Williams. Williams takes it left side, clears it over to Skillings. Skillings drives. Back out it comes to Williams. Williams back it goes to Yesufu. Yesufu backs it out. Gonna fire a 3. Missed it. Rebound taken out of there once again by Baylor. Now inside Ratai. And a whistle. And a foul. He stepped out of bounds. Or is it a foul?
I think they called a foul on Sam Alexis. And again, an offensive rebound for Baylor. Indiana got the stop that they needed, but Baylor comes away with the offensive rebound and gives them brand new life here. They're going to be at the free throw line, shooting 2 here with a chance to take the lead with just under 10 seconds left.
A 1-point ball game, Indiana by 1. 9.9 seconds on the clock. At the free throw line will be Ratai. Fouls mean nothing in this game as far as getting guys eliminated.
That's right.
So they're going to play with 10 fouls if a guy's got 10. Even though that's what you got confused about moments ago. Really, Jay got you a little bit, didn't he?
He did. He got me on that. I believed him. The second he said it, I believed him. I should have learned when he's been giving Buck all the bad stats during football games. Should have learned my lesson from that, but I didn't.
Well, Indiana comes back on the floor. Alexis, Tucker, DeVries, along with Connerway, Wilkerson, and Enright.
How good a free throw shooter is Ratai? Do we have any stats on him at all?
He's pretty good, from what I understand. But he didn't shoot any in the first game. He was 1 for 2 in this game. So he's at the line. He's got 7 points, none of them here in the second half. And he missed the first.
That's big time. This Hoosier crowd getting a little excited here, starting to boo him. You can hear it. They're in his ear right now.
Ratai will have one more, can tie the ball game if he hits it.
Got to block out.
And they put 12.2 seconds on the clock, so they moved that up a little bit. Second one drops, and we're tied at 74 all. Ratai with the tying basket.
Attack the basket here. Be aggressive.
Down the floor, Indiana's Connerway with it, drives it into the lane. He goes, he fakes, he puts it up, scores, and a foul. Tayton Connerway with a tremendous drive to the hole, stopped on a dime, faked. They took the fake, and he put it right over him and got fouled in the process as he laid it in, and Indiana's got a chance to make it a three-point game with 8.4 seconds to go.
Yeah, north-south. He attacked the basket. He did not wait. I don't like drawing up a play there. I like being the aggressor, space the court, spread out the defense, and attack, and that's exactly what Connerway did there. A little head fake got the defender up in the air. He drew the foul.
Looking for his 18th point of the game, and he missed it. Back down the floor comes Carr. Cameron Carr with the basketball. Pulls up, fires up a three. No good. Rebound tip, no good, and Indiana wins. (76-74). Indiana beats the Baylor Bears in a comeback effort here in the second half of this ball game. And it is so reminiscent of what we saw in Puerto Rico this summer. A team that fights its way back into the ball game and then finds a way to win it.
I'm just so impressed with their fight. The end of the first half, beginning of the second half, I thought Indiana did a fabulous job playing fast, unselfish, making threes. Wilkerson was amazing. DeVries was great. Connerway down the stretch was huge for Indiana, but most importantly, I just thought it was a nice team win for Indiana. Just really a fun brand of basketball to watch here for both teams, really. Just if you love basketball and don't care who wins, man, you loved watching this game because both of these teams competed. They played fast. It's a clean ball game. And just a really fun watch from the tip.
Well, we were actually told this a little bit earlier today, but there is going to be a scrimmage now with backup players, guys who did not play in this ball game today, guys that walked on, that kind of thing. And it will be short. It's called a scout team scrimmage. So you've got 5 guys on the floor for Baylor. You got 5 guys on the floor for Indiana. The Indiana players that are going to play in this thing are Josiah Miles, Trice Grinsing, Ian Stevens, obviously, and I'm trying to figure out who else they got out there. Oh, I know who they have. Andre Achimich, who's the kid from Bosnia. And Baylor's got some different players in the ballgame, too. We're not going to do the play-by-play on this one, other than to tell you we're killing time right now because we want to get into our regular rotation for our post-game show. But, when you look at what we saw here today from this Indiana basketball team, and there's Andre Achimich come up with a basket for Indiana to start this little 5-minute segment.
With the end of the game for Indiana, I thought the biggest play, one, Connerway came up big, obviously making that basket, but DeVries knocking down that 12-footer on the right baseline was absolutely huge. And it's just really nice to see after Indiana went through a 2 to 3 minute real lull in the half-court sets for them to come down the stretch after Baylor took the lead and make the plays that they needed to make. I thought was really important just from a confidence standpoint. At the end of the day, it's an exhibition, but really, you want to win anytime you step out on the court. And, the coaches feel this way. The players feel this way. And both teams were competing at a high level. And I'm just really impressed with how Indiana closed out the ballgame.
The thing that impresses me most is the fight in this team, the resilience, despite getting down, that kind of thing. They did that in all 3 games, actually, in Puerto Rico. The first half against the Puerto Rican team that they played, they did not play very well. I'm not talking about Indiana.
Yep.
And they fell behind, but it wasn't by a significant amount. And by halftime, they had the game in hand, and they blew them out in the second half. In the first game that they played the Serbians, they were down 20. I take that back. They were down 23 points and got it down to 13 at halftime.
Yep.
In the second half, they won by 21. So, and then the third game that they played down there, They were down 20 at halftime, 50-30, and they came back and they chipped away, much like they did in the second half of this ball game, and ended up making every play in the final minute and a half to win by 1.
Yeah, and I don't want to speak for Coach DeVries, but, you know, just listening to enough coaches over the years, I mean, one of the jobs that I think he's got and a lot of coaches around the country have is not just coaching X's and O's, it's coaching and making players understand that we want to play this way at the offensive end and defensive end, but we want to play it every single time down the court.
Right.
And that consistency and the ability to play for 40 minutes is so important. And, you know, I thought Indiana did a nice job moving the ball in the beginning part of the first half. The offense looked fine. They weren't making a lot of shots. I think they just started 2 for 10 from downtown. But it was, you know, Baylor that was making plays. That happens. I get it. But really down the stretch, I thought when Baylor took the lead, I think partly it was because of Indiana's slowing down at the offensive end, not playing fast, throwing the ball to the low post. And I don't think that's the way that Coach DeVries necessarily wants to play. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to put words in his mouth. But
right.
It wasn't until they started going towards the basket again and playing fast the last few possessions, all of a sudden they made plays. But, yeah, that's a challenge for every coach, is getting your team to play the type of basketball you want to play at both ends for 40 minutes. And I think that's what Coach DeVries, you know, the job is ahead of him, is to make sure that he makes these guys understand that, and we're not going to walk the ball down the court and have no movement at the offensive end. And I'm just happy to see that Indiana kind of regrouped after Baylor took that lead, got together after a timeout, and then made some plays to win the ballgame.
One of the things that I think is interesting, this is a really old basketball team for Indiana, because most of these guys on this ball club, especially the guys that played a lot of minutes, have been playing for 3, 4, 5 years. It's an old team. And that maturity level and the way that they play and with the fight that they play with, they're looking at this like, this is our last chance at college basketball, a lot of these guys. And Tucker DeVries being one of those, and Lamar Wilkerson being one of those, and Tatum Conaway being one of those. Those are the guys that they've been there, done that, been through the wars, and they get it. They understand how important this last stretch is for them in college basketball because it's their last opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's really important. And effort and will. There's a lot of good college basketball players out there, Don. And I think what separates some guys is effort, will, intensity, and just the character that they have. And if you can, as a staff, put together a roster that's chock full of guys that show up every day because it means something to them, I think you're going to win those type ball games. I just do. And you look at what we've got this year, at least what it looks like on the surface versus some of the guys that were on the roster last year. You know, it just has a different feel right now, at least to me.
Yep.
And I know it's early. I know it's just an exhibition game. We have so much to learn about this Indiana basketball team. But, you know, just to see the type of effort, grit, and resolve that they had in this ball game was really nice.
All right, we're going to take our first break of the post game here. Indiana wins it here this afternoon, it's still this afternoon. I keep thinking it might be nighttime by now. Indy had a 76, Baylor 74. We'll be back with our post game show when we return on Inside IU Basketball from the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Hey, Hoosier Nation! Indiana University Athletics is teaming up with Grillo's Pickles to bring you, hey, wait a minute, where'd my pickles go?
I'm really sorry, Steve. I couldn't wait. It's fresh from the fridge, and these are a total game changer.
Well, that's Grillo's for you. Too good to last and the perfect courtside snack to fuel your Hoosier pride. Let's go IU!
Grillo's Pickles, the official pickle of Indiana University Athletics. Find us chillin' in the refrigerated section. SPG Roofing and Exteriors is proud to be a partner of IU Athletics. Whether it's a simple repair needed or you're looking into solar solutions for your home, with our combined 50 years of experience in the roofing industry, we can provide you with the quality workmanship you're looking for, along with the respect you deserve. Call us at 317-676-5756 or visit us at spgroof.com so we can get started on your project and schedule a contactless inspection to get an idea of the property and the project. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and go Hoosiers!
Sharp Business Systems of Indiana is proud to be an official technology solutions provider of IU Sports Properties. SBS Indiana is best known for our great document solutions, such as copiers and printers. But here at SBS, we also offer a full line of professional audio-visual solutions, including touchscreen video boards with integrated speakers and microphones, complete with professional installation and service. This state-of-the-art technology can improve both communication and interaction in offices and classrooms alike. To find out more, go to sbsindiana.com or call 317-844-0033.
Indiana is filled with wonderful people and places. So whether you live in Anderson or Attica and need an injury attorney, Green & Schultz trial lawyers will be there. Bloomington or Brazil, Gas City to Goshen, Huntington or Hammond, Green & Schultz makes it easy to help you. Jasper, Jonesville, Lebanon or Linton, Mitchell, Muncie, Plymouth and Portland, Seymour, Tell City or Union City, Warsaw, Washington, or even West Lafayette.
Green & Schultz trial lawyers, attorneys serving victims of injury and loss. More at greenschultz.com.
Hoosier fans, you have the power to save lives. Did you know that just one organ donor can save 8 lives? And the need for life-saving organ donations is real. There are more than 100,000 people waiting right now. At IU, we know what it means to be part of something bigger than ourselves. We stand together for passion, for pride, for purpose. And today, we stand for the gift of life. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to sign up as an organ donor today. Say yes to organ donation and bring on tomorrow.
Oh, I'm right where I belong.
Looking for your next vehicle? Why not buy from a name you know and trust? This year, Curry Auto Center is celebrating 110 years of service. That's 5 generations of local ownership. Locally owned means we treat you like family. Whether you're eyeing a powerful GMC truck, a sleek Chevy, or a luxurious Buick, we've got the selection, the deals, and the people you can count on. Come celebrate 110 years with us at Curry Auto Center. Time tested, price perfected. Online at curryautocenter.com.
On the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield. Welcome to the postgame show, brought to you by Finney Hospitality, The Tap, Yogi's, Social Cantina, and Smokeworks of Finney Hospitality Group are a proud sponsor of IU Athletics. Also brought to you by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, are proud sponsors of IU basketball. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Now, from the Smithville Broadcast Center, once again, Don Fisher.
And welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where Indiana comes up with a big win today. A big win in the sense that it was against a really good basketball team in the Baylor Bears. They win it 76, I should say, to 74. Indiana comes up with the triumph here on a comeback effort, down 13 at one point in the first half. And by halftime, they'd cut it down to 5, but then it went back up a couple of times, right around 9 points, something like that. But Indiana never let it get away from it, Eric, as we talk about this game today. They never let it get out of hand to the point where they couldn't come back and find a way to win it, and they did exactly that.
I agreed. It was that midpoint in that first half. Indiana really ramped up the intensity at the defensive end. Started getting stops. Played really fast at the offensive end and got a bunch of threes in transition. Lamar Wilkerson was fabulous getting to the free throw line today, 13 of 13 from the stripe. DeVries made a huge shot down the stretch to put Indiana up 74-73. Probably the biggest shot of the entire ball game. Connerway was good from the point guard position. Enright played great on the ball defense. I thought Sam Alexis did some really good stuff. A nice team win here today, but you're right, Don. I mean, could have given up. Baylor put it to them early. Indiana continued to fight, continued to stick together, played team basketball at both ends, and was able to come away with the victory here this afternoon.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here as we bring you Darren DeVries' comments on today's ball game. When we return, this is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Did you know the cure for testicular cancer was discovered at IU? At the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center, our more than 300 researchers are never daunted in their work to beat cancer. Support the researchers delivering life-saving breakthroughs.
Join the IU versus Cancer team. Learn more at cancer.iu.edu. That's cancer.iu.edu. Together, we're one team. IU versus Cancer.
Your health is affected by a lot of things in your life, like what you eat, where you work, or even how you get to a doctor. It all connects. That's why CareSource offers so much more than health insurance. We connect you to the resources in our community that make your life better so your health can be better too. But the most important connection we're making in Indiana is with you. CareSource. Care that connects. Connect with us now at caresource.com.
Visit Bloomington and South Central Indiana's Royal on the East Side today for a large selection of new and used Subaru, Volkswagen, and Audi vehicles. Their large and diverse selection of both new and used vehicles ensures that they have the vehicle for you, no matter what it is you're looking for. Stop in and visit them today. Conveniently located just across from College Mall on 3rd Street. Check out RoyalOnTheEastSide.com or call 812-332-3333. So why wait? Come test drive a new Audi, Subaru, Volkswagen, or one of their many other quality used cars, vans, trucks, or SUVs. Royal on the East Side is a proud sponsor of IU Athletics.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where Indiana comes up victorious in a terrific ball game here this afternoon. An exhibition game, nevertheless, but a really good basketball game to be a part of and to watch and to see what both these new rosters from each of these ball clubs were able to do in this ball game today. Both teams had nobody from last year that played on their ball club as a consistent player. They have walk-ons. Indiana had 2 walk-ons that were back from last year. The roster for Baylor had nobody on it from last season, so both these coaches have imported the players from the transfer portal or their recruits from the high school ranks. And with Indiana coming up with a really good performance today with a bunch of new guys. But both these teams also did have summer games this summer. Germany is where Baylor went to play, and they played in a tournament there. And Indiana, of course, went to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and played down there. And so they did have a chance to, meld together as a team. That being said, this Indiana basketball team in Puerto Rico was really impressive with their comeback efforts, and today we saw another a bit of evidence that they are one of those ball clubs that never gives up. So Darren DeVries will join us for his comments on today's ball game, but before we get to that, let's go to the Making a Difference play of the game today. Brought to you by Harold Fish Incorporated, locally owned and operated. HFI has been making a difference in homes, facilities, and communities since 1985. Hoosier fans, make sure to call the HFI folks to make a difference with your next project. So, Eric, what are your thoughts on today's ball game, just in a consummate way as far as a play of the game is concerned?
Well, I mean, the game was tied with 12 seconds left to go in the ball game, and we made the comment, you got to be aggressive here. You got to attack the basket if you're Indiana, and that's exactly what Tatum Conaway did. And he got the ball off the inbounds, and there was no offense run. He just beat the first guy, went all the way to the basket. A little head fake got the defender up in the air. He gets an and one to give Indiana a 2-point lead with 6-7 seconds left. I can't remember the exact thing, but the game-winning shot for Indiana most certainly made the difference. It could have been DeVries' shot on the right baseline, but man, Conaway came up in a big way with the game on the line, tie ball game. He gets the and one for Indiana to give the Hoosiers the lead and ultimately the victory here down the stretch.
Making the plays at the end of a ball game, that's when you have to have guys that step up to the plate, and they want the ball in their hands. Tatum Conaway is one of those guys. Tucker DeVries is one of those guys. Lamar Wilkerson's one of those guys. I've seen all of these guys be a factor in late game situations. And here's another guy that probably hasn't gotten as much recognition on this basketball team to this point, but I've seen him play this way in 3 games now, or 4 games actually, but 3 is the most noticeable for me. 2 games in Puerto Rico against the Serbians and 1 game here today, and that's Sam Alexis, who is an undersized post player. He's 6'8", but they list him at 6'9". I'm not sure he's 6'9". With the hair, he's probably 6'10". But other than that, this guy is tough. He's resilient. He plays his butt off at both ends of the floor. He had probably at least 4 or 5 block shots. So that was terrific in that regard. All right, Coach DeVries has joined us for his comments on today's game. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on the win. I thought I was in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
That's I told the guys when we got down 13 and a half, I thought they were just gonna let it get to 20 because that's just what they do. But this was a great learning opportunity for us. I thought we learned a ton today. Got some awesome film for us to go back and look at and improve on. And we knew that, coming in this game, we haven't been able to simulate some of that speed and athleticism in practice that we were going to see today. So it was great for us to see us go through that first half and have some tough moments, but to come out of halftime and be able to make the adjustments. And I thought our defense intensity, our physicality really took hold that second half, and we held them to 29% from the field, and that was with giving up a good amount of offensive rebounds, which we know we got to clean up and just really focus on that physicality on that end. And that's something that for us to be good, we're going to have to limit people to one shot. And I thought our first shot defense was terrific that second half. We got to clean up the second chance opportunities.
Coach, you had some really great individual performances today. None better than Lamar Wilkerson, who had 27 points in this ball game, and of course he had 16 by halftime. He kept you in it early.
Yeah, I thought Lamar was really good. I thought he did a nice job at both ends of the floor, and that's what Lamar does. Lamar has that, gives us that spurt ability where he can go get 6, 8, 9, 10 points in 4 possessions or so. And I thought, once he got free a little bit, that loosened us up, and then our offense took off a little bit. So again, was proud of the guys. They did a nice job. We got down 13, challenged them with about 7 minutes to go in the half of. You can't let this get to 20. You got to put us, with a fighter's chance at halftime. And I thought they did a good job of narrowing that lead down so we could come out of the locker room, and be right there.
Defensively again today in the second half, Coach, you did it. I thought your kids played so hard out there in the defensive end to give you those opportunities to get back in it.
Yeah, and I'd like when our guys are hooked up and into it, and that identity has gotten better and better throughout the summer and fall, because I think we have the opportunity to be a really good defense. I think we have guys that appreciate how hard you have to play. They understand defense. They communicate pretty well, and I thought they came out in the second half and were much more aggressive, like we challenged them at halftime, and I thought that mindset led to our offense too, just being more aggressive and playing, physical but with discipline. Is something we got to continue to do too. I thought even though our physicality increased, there was still some fouls and things, but I'd much rather have that right now this time of year than trying to get them to play hard, and they certainly came out and played incredibly hard that second half.
Did you and Coach Drew decide that nobody could foul out of this game today?
Yeah, we decided before the game, this is an exhibition game, a practice game, and we didn't want to have, any of our guys that we really need to work on some stuff with out there, not out there for portions of the game. So we decided to just let the guys play through it. So my guess is both of us probably had some guys foul out today.
Yeah, I think there were a total of 3 or 4 guys that did fall out of the game in a normal game, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Congratulations. Really good win for your ball club, and what a great comeback again today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Darren DeVries, head coach of the Indiana Hoosiers, here this afternoon with his thoughts on today's ball game. And up next, we'll bring you a look at today's final statistics presented by Old National Bank. This is IU Basketball on the CareSource Radio Network from Learfield.
Odds are, while you may be an expert baker,
Thanks, Grandma.
or hip shaker, you likely don't spend time thinking about advanced medical treatments or research. So IU Health is here with the expert healthcare 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Because whether you're an expert DIYer or expert high fiber, trust the experts more Hoosiers do. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds. IUhealth.org.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with low prices in every aisle. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our low prices. Kroger shoppers never compromise. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Introducing Hoosier Game Day Lager, the official craft beer of Indiana University Athletics. Brewed by Upland Brewing Company in Bloomington, this smooth, refreshing beer embodies Hoosier pride. With iconic cream and crimson candy stripes, it's the perfect companion for every game. Whether you're cheering in Memorial Stadium, Assembly Hall, or watching from home, IU Athletics are always better with beer. Find Hoosier Game Day Lager at Upland's 9 family-friendly locations, your local liquor store, neighborhood bar, and everywhere Upland beers are sold. Upland Brewing Company reminds you to drink responsibly. Go Hoosiers!
Indiana is filled